This episode,
we review director Dan Trachtenberg's Predator Badlands and the first 2 episodes of creator Vince Gilligan's Apple TV series Pluribus.
We speculate on the content of the newly announced Jimmy Olsen-centered DC Universe mockuseries from the guys who brought you Netflix's American Vandal.
And we get excited for a new Mummy movie starring Rachel Weisz and Brendan Fraser, while also getting hyped up for the upcoming Stranger Things Season 5, Monarch Legacy of Monsters, and Wake Up, Dead Men, a Knives Out mystery. With new episodes airing every 2 weeks on Tuesdays, this is Split Focus, a film and TV podcast. I'm Simon Eady.
And I'm Adrian Pinter. Welcome to episode 123.
Adrian?
Hey.
Hi. How are you?
I'm okay, man. I'm a little sickly.
Oh, yeah?
Close to death.
Oh, I'm sorry.
My life flashing before my eyes.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, lots happened.
I've
been sick. I came back from Vegas.
Oh, exciting.
Yeah, so obviously did my Vegas work trip.
Yeah.
Ate some pretty all right food.
Yeah, that's good.
You know, Vegas is an interesting vibe. I don't like gambling. You know, I'm not a gambler. Did not gamble.
Right.
Makes me a little sad walking through the casinos. You get off the airplane in Las Vegas into Las Vegas airport. You know what you see immediately?
Gambling.
Slot machines. Yeah, just slot machines all over the airport. There's slot machines everywhere, dude.
Wow.
They got like a room that's closed off where you can smoke cigarettes and do the slot machine in the airport. Like 10 steps away from the gate that you walk out of.
Wait, you can smoke cigarettes inside?
You can smoke cigarettes inside.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'll be honest. I used to be a smoker, Simon. I think you know this about me. I used to smoke cigarettes.
Yeah.
Back however many years ago.
Yeah.
I wanted to smoke some fucking cigs, dude, in Vegas. I wanted to smoke cigarettes all the time in Vegas. I didn't, though. But I was tempted, man. I was like, man, cigarettes are cool. I don't care what anyone said.
In Vegas, cool. Especially, because they're smoking inside. That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. Cigarettes are cool as hell, dude. I'm actually going to buy a pack of smokes for my wedding. I'm just going to smoke a pack of cigarettes on my wedding day. Maybe take a couple photos smoking cigs just to look cool in front of the limo. And then I won't smoke cigarettes anymore. Willpower.
Is that cool, though?
I think it is. I think cigarettes are cool as hell.
Let me paint you a picture here. Isn't that kind of, don't get offended, but doesn't that kind of make you a poser in that moment? You know, you're smoking cigarettes next to the limo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it does, but I don't care. I think it's going to be aesthetic and cool and neat.
Sure, man.
So, yeah, I know what I am.
Do you? Who cares?
Thanks, man. Thanks for understanding. You know, I've obviously, again, and I feel like, you know, I was a smoker. So it's like, I'm bringing back Smoker Adrian for a day. You know, we'll see.
Okay.
Buy a pack of Belmonts.
Gotcha.
Belmont regulars. You know, something like that. Yeah.
Right.
But anyways, in Vegas, you know, crazy experience there. It was at a conference, like a car conference thing because of the business I work for. And
car conference, like automobiles?
Yeah. It's called SEMA.
Oh. Interesting. Okay.
Because I work in like the auto industry now, technically. And we were at the Las Vegas like convention center where that shooter was like a few years back. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
So we were in that conference center. Huge, man. This thing is ginormous. There's like a bunch of different areas to be in. Long days, but very fulfilling, very fun time. And we ate some solid food, Simon. We ate some solid food while we were there.
I'm happy for you. You don't just eat soup. I'm happy that you can eat solid food.
Yeah, I did eat soup the past couple days though. I ordered some ramen because I am indeed sick, and I'm pretty sure I'm blaming
because
Vegas.
of the trip.
Yeah, because I got home from the trip on like Friday night. I was fine Friday night. I was fine most of Saturday. Saturday night, I'm like, my throat's a little sore. Sunday, sore throat. Monday, sore throat. Tuesday, sore throat fading away. I'm like, I'm going to be fine. Plot twist, I was not fine. Tuesday night, nose all congested, cough, runny nose. And I was like, okay, Wednesday, I was like doing bad. Thursday, I was doing worse. But I'm like, Thursday's the worst because we were going to go watch Running Man on Friday, Simon, you and I.
Yeah.
With our fiancés. You
Yes.
know how much I love Glenn Powell. I wouldn't bail on Glenn.
You did.
And I did, because Friday night was the worst. I'm like, why does it keep on getting badder? More bad? This illness. And then yesterday I was feeling better. Still sick, as you can hear.
Yeah.
I'm wearing my little avocado onesie.
It's very pretty.
Thank you. I bought it at Walmart. $15,
nice.
dude. It's very comfortable. It's very warm,
Is it-
though. I am sweating in
I'm
this.
seeing a croissant.
There is a croissant.
avocados on it?
Yeah, look at the little heart avocado, man.
Oh, well, that's blocked with a mic, man.
Oh, yeah, true. Little boba tea thing.
Oh, nice.
Cute.
It's very pretty.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, look at that.
I don't think this is meant for like a traditional male audience, but I don't care, man. It's comfy.
Yeah, it looks comfy. That's the important part.
It's very comfy. I might have to change out of this, though, because I'm sweating a lot. But I'm sweating out the illness, I'm sweating out the cold. But anyways.
Yeah, as long as you
back
drink
to
enough
Vegas.
water, you're good to go. Not
I have
a doctor,
a cup of
but,
water here. Yeah, not a doctor. Yeah.
Yeah, you drink that water. Oh, wow.
Delicious.
Sound effects.
But anyway, so Vegas, pretty cool. Ate at a bunch of cool places. I went to Hibachi Grill, where those Japanese restaurants where they cook in front of you on the thing.
Yeah. That's great.
It was really cool, and I tried Wagyu for the first time, Simon. There.
Oh, how was it?
Yeah, it's really good. Would I want
the
to eat
hype?
this all the time? God, no. It's super rich, very
very
rich.
fatty, right?
Yeah, very fatty, very rich, very tender, very delicious. But it's like if I'm going out for a steak, I feel like it's not your like steak. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What's your
really
steak? You go for a steak. What's your steak?
Probably typically I like a tenderloin rare.
Yeah.
Like at the
Yeah,
keg.
medium rare for me. I agree. Filet mignon. Yeah.
Yeah. I do, like, if I'm doing tenderloin, I do rare. If I do like a strip or a sirloin, I do medium rare.
Okay.
Typically. Yeah.
Interesting. Cool, man. Cool. It's really
Yeah,
funny.
so-
You have more to say.
No, please
about
go
the
ahead.
strip.
Please.
I'm going to send it back to you in just a second, but I just want to
Okay.
say, I asked you before we started recording, do you have any stories? And you said no. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll just start this podcast with a correction. And I went to start with a correction, and you instantly had 15 stories.
Yeah.
What's that about?
might-
That's the question I have for you. But otherwise, continue. I am interested in your Vegas trip. Please go on.
Well, because my tongue moves without me thinking,
I see.
Yeah,
It's
so
got
I
a
just
mind
said
of its
no.
own.
And then my brain was like, actually, you do, man. Actually, you do. So,
Right.
anyways, yeah, Vegas was cool. It's like beautiful. Not that busy, though. Tourism is down, apparently, I wonder why. But yeah, tourism is down there. The Strip, pretty dead, all things considered. Like, Toronto is way busier than Vegas. Like, by a huge margin, actually. We were like walking through the Strip, me and my coworker, and we're like, it's not bopping that much. But again, still a very cool experience. Anyways, good food. But there was this one restaurant. This is the story I want to lead up to. We're at this restaurant. It's this Mexican restaurant in the hotel that we were staying at. The hotel that we're staying at is called The Link. And then the restaurant's called like Chapo or something like that. Good food. Okay. I got the fajitas. Simon, I'm going off on a tangent here. I like peppers now, man. I'm cool with cooked peppers now. I've trained my brain. I like cilantro now, and I like peppers now.
You know what's funny about cilantro? Peppers is crazy for you because you've always hated cooked peppers specifically. Mm-hmm. Cilantro is a funny thing because I don't generally like cilantro. Mm-hmm. I don't, and I still eat it, and I'm fine with it. It's not like I don't like it. I guess it's just it's so strong. I guess that's your problem with cooked peppers, but it's such a strong taste, and it's an overpowering taste in like a harsh way for me. So I feel like it is the genetic thing where it tastes like soap for me, but I just accept it. I think I just like it's fine. I can deal. There's not actually that many foods in which I won't eat. There's not that many things that I'd be like, no, I don't like the taste of that. I won't eat it. Typically, most things I'll eat, and I love like that kind of like Tex-Mex kind of cuisine, like in a Mexican restaurant. I'm a big fan of fajitas, as you said, fajitas.
Yeah, I love fajitas, dude.
Yeah, I love tacos and everything like that. But that's crazy. So you've changed.
Yeah.
You've adjusted your ways.
Yeah.
Cooked peppers for Adrian. Wow.
Yeah, man. I'll eat anything. There's still a couple things I don't like, which I can't think
Mushrooms.
of off the top of my head. No, I like mushrooms. I just don't
Oh.
particularly love the texture of mushrooms, but I'll eat them. I love the flavor of mushrooms.
I love
Like
pan-fried mushrooms with the steak. I really, really like that. Like they would serve at the keg or something like that.
like a mushroom, like peppercorn sauce.
No,
Mushroom
no
cream
sauce. No, they just pan sear them, which is a little bit sautéed mushrooms, exactly.
Nice.
Anyway,
yeah.
Anything else?
Good.
About the old Vegas?
Oh yeah, sorry. So Mexican restaurant, right? And
yeah, right.
There's a group of us having a good time, and we order like a queso dip. It's like 2 queso dips. It's like, your typical queso dip, but it has like chorizo and onions on top of it, right?
Nice.
So a little bit of time passes. They bring out one. We're like, okay, cool. So like the one half of the table, we're eating it. The server comes back like 10 minutes later, and he's like, okay, did you guys get everything? And we're like, oh no, we're still waiting on the queso dip. And the guy's like, oh my God, they're doing it again. And we're like, what? Like, what do you mean? And he's like, yeah, like yesterday, I ordered 4 fajitas, and the chefs in the back, they just made one. And yeah, it was just a whole kerfuffle. I had to go back there. They were literally beating the shit out of each other. Like the 2 head chefs just like fighting. I had to like break them up to get these fajitas out. I'm like sitting there. I'm like, that doesn't seem like particularly sanitary. And they're like, oh no, it's fine. It's fine.
Why would he tell you this story?
I know.
Why
I'm like,
is
this guy's the worst server.
dirty laundry about the kitchen. That's I feel like that's a code of restaurant, restaurant waiters. You're not supposed to air the laundry. You're supposed to just go out there calmly and pretend that everything's okay. When there's really constant fights in kitchens, constantly. You got to just pretend, because that's the rule of hospitality. That's crazy. It's in a hotel restaurant, no less. Anyway, go on.
Yeah. And no, like he essentially proceeded to just talk shit about the kitchen staff and the like everyone that he works for being works with being incompetent, all that stuff. I'm like saying, like, I don't know if I necessarily want to eat here. But anyways, the food was good. I don't really care. I ate it.
Oh, okay. It was good. That's good.
Yeah. That's where I got the fajitas.
Sweet. Yeah. Anything else eventful happen at the old Vegas?
No, not really, man. Again, just food and conference and friendship.
Nice friendship. That's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah,
like your onesie.
It was beautiful. No, I bought this in Canada.
No. It's beautiful like your onesie.
Oh, it's beautiful like my onesie. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Anyway, the thing I was going to say very briefly, I was going to make a slight correction from last week. We talked about, it's not really a correction. I just thought about it a little bit. We talked about who would be a good choice, because Warner Brothers has gone up for sale. Essentially, they're on the market. People are looking to buy them, and I said that it would be cool if Sony got them. I disagree with that now. I have actually 180'd on that. I think that that's a bad choice, because Sony hasn't done the greatest with IP in general. They have quite a bit of IP, and they just don't, like, I think Spider-Man is the greatest example. I think Spider-Man had to be put on the right track by Marvel and the collaboration with Marvel, and Sony kind of really floundered with movies like Morbius and those types of movies. So, and I think if they get more IP, like any company with a lot of IP, like, very popular IP, they're just going to likely just make that type of thing, and they won't make original content very often anymore, because that's just how it goes with these big companies. So that kind of purchase would be pretty big. Sony's a lot bigger than Warner Brothers as well, because they've got a lot of different divisions with their lens division, their cameras, their Sony Pictures, PlayStation, Sony Movies. Sorry, I said that already. Sony Music. But yeah, so I think that would be a bad idea. So I thought about it, and I thought what you said is probably spot on. I think Apple is kind of a great choice. They have kept Beats. They bought Beats years ago. I've kept it largely siloed. Although they put Apple technology in the Beats headphones, they are largely siloed, which is interesting. They seem to respect creators quite a bit, because when you look at somebody like Vince Gilligan or Ben Stiller, or like all of these creators are creating these crazy shows on Apple TV, it seems to be like they seem to just let them do what they want to do. There doesn't seem to be that much meddling, except for the Jon Stewart incident, which I won't get into, but I didn't like that. And they make a lot of original IP And they seem to also respect, and this is a reason to not have Netflix purchase them, because Netflix doesn't seem, I'm not sure if Netflix is necessarily, they seem to be sniffing around, but I'm not sure if they're going to go after Warner Brothers. But it seems like, unlike Netflix, Apple TV, Apple in general, respects theatrical releases as well. So that's pretty cool. The reason I had chosen Sony is because Sony doesn't have a streaming service currently, but we don't need more streaming services. Let's be real. So, that would have made it so that there was no extra streaming services. Yeah. So that would have been cool. So if Apple buys them, or if Apple did, then they would have, I guess, made another streaming service. Or they would have left the same streaming service, or they would have maybe folded it into Apple. I don't know if they would have, though. HBO is a huge brand. Yeah,
Apple TV plus weird. HBO. They just bring the plus back and add HBO.
Yeah, they bring it back. Yeah. Well, they already. Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. But yeah, Sony's the only one without one, so they would potentially just fold their content into HBO. Oh no, Sony kind of has one in a weird way because they've got Sony Pictures Corp. It's not really a streaming service though, so that would eliminate that from the table, I guess. Anyway, so I just was going to say,
is Crackle still a thing?
I don't know. I don't think it's particularly popular, if so, but yeah,
it's gone.
Is it? Yeah,
it's gone.
They're really big into the old. I guess Sony does have streaming services because they have anime streaming services. So there's that. So that part of it still exists as well.
Yeah. Crackle went down June of this year.
Oh, wow. That was recent. Wow. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, because it's this year, and then it's also June.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for pointing out my obvious comment, I guess. All right. Well, let's move into Adrian. Let's move into some quick bites of news here. Component of our show where we discuss a few film and TV industry news stories that have been somewhat zeitgeisty over the past 2 weeks.
Let's do it.
The first one is about a story reported by Deadline about a Superman spin-off crime mockuseries, which is in the works at HBO Max. Superman character Jimmy Olsen, played by Skylar Gisondo, will apparently host the mockuseries, which will see Olsen investigate crime within the greater DC universe. The series is being called DC Crime, with American Vandal showrunners Tony Ascenda and Dan Perot tapped as showrunners. The first season is reportedly centered around telepathic Flash villain Gorilla Grodd. Adrian, thoughts on this? I knew you sent me this. You sent me a little clipping, I think, from Rotten Tomatoes announcing this.
What are your thoughts on this? Yeah, I find this kind of neat. This is a cool, fun idea where I feel like it can easily, run parallel to like the movies coming out and not necessarily have to like cross over too much. If you know what I mean? I just feel like this is like a fun kind of cool. We have this character from Superman. He's doing his own thing, and then he could still show up in Superman, the next Superman, Man of 2morrow. Oh my goodness!
Oh my god! Good. How did you not mention that before?
I know. I'm just spitballing.
They're not going to do that because that's really bad when any franchise does that with the title, in my opinion. like fan force stick or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Force stick. Fantastic War.
I'm writing this down.
Yeah.
This is a very good potential title for this episode, Simon. It's
this early. Well, I guess the audience will see if that comes to pass.
Man of 2morrow, dude. Wow, I'm so good.
Yeah. You are so good. You are. You're a cool dude.
Thanks, man. You're a pretty cool dude.
You were saying that characters might show up in this and that vice versa. Jimmy Olsen will still show up in other Superman stuff, etc.
Yeah, but I feel like I doubt they'll do something like super crazy in the show, which will have to be, like impacted or that will. Oh my goodness, my brain ain't working right now, man. I feel like
mine didn't work earlier. I just said that weird thing about the streaming services. I completely blanked on what I was saying mid sentence. So hopefully we get through this. We're only a few more than 10 minutes in here. So
yeah, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days,
All right.
But yeah, I just feel like you can do a lot of fun, cool, comedic stuff in this without it necessarily having to like impact the larger universe on a grand scale. You can kind of keep it a little bit more focused. And I think the idea of just like bringing in Gorilla Grodd is cool. Yeah, you see that scene from The Flash going around, like the TV series The Flash, Grant Gustin's The Flash going around, where Gorilla
No.
Grodd's looking for Obama?
Oh yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
Is that real? Is that real? Or is that just, I just don't trust anything anymore?
I don't know. I never looked it up. I thought it was ridiculous, and I swiped away.
Gorilla Grodd Obama.
The thing that strikes me that's really cool about this new series.
Oh, it's DC's Legends of Tomorrow. Sorry.
Okay, but it's real.
Yeah. It is real.
Oh wow.
17.
Yeah, that's the time traveling
3.
one, right? There's a lot of time or universe traveling in that, so that kind of makes sense, I guess.
Yeah,
I suppose vaguely.
That's crazy. Do you have to get permission? Do you think they reached out to Obama and they're like, "Can we do this?" And he's like, "Sure."
He was in office then? No, he wasn't.
This was in. When did that episode come out? Release date.
Yeah, I was gonna say about this series. I'm most interested in this because it almost grounds the DC universe in an interesting way. Like it makes it feel more realistic. Like we're watching a mockumentary with a character we know as if he's a real person, like hosting the documentary. It's kind of it's just like how The Office is kind of grounded by that mockumentary style. So that's really, really cool. Also, sorry, do you want to jump?
No, continue.
American Vandal. Did you ever watch American Vandal on Netflix? Those guys?
I don't think so. I feel like I watched some of the first season. Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
I do.
Cool. Yeah. It's a neat concept because it's just it's like a joke. It's a joke mockumentary. It's the same idea, except this is not a comedy, or is it? Because Gorilla Grodd is kind of a joke villain in a way. In a weird, I don't know. Maybe I feel like somebody listening to this is going to be like, no, he's like one of the best villains in the DC universe. And I'm like, all right, big sure. He's just a big monkey who's telepathic. Like, I don't. Is that it? Always struck me as like, is this a real threat? I don't know. Although gorillas are scary, they can squeeze you and snap you in two.
Dude, I'm scared of just a regular gorilla, let alone a gorilla with telepathy.
Who's smart. Right, he's
a smart gorilla. He's gonna pick you up, and not only he's gonna tear you apart with his brain. So I feel like it's actually, now we're talking about it, quite a frightening villain. Honestly,
I know, but you can't really.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
How do you really? Yeah, I think the problem is like you write it on the page, and it's kind of like
there's a level of
there's just like an element and then you watch it in like the Flash, and it's like, like you can't really quite nail the CG in a TV show. So if they can nail it in this TV show, it's HBO budgets. Like that TV show was on the CW. The what is it called? The
Legends of Tomorrow.
Legend of Tomorrow. Like that was a different situation, and the CG in that was fine. But this is a tough. This is where it will really shine or not. And is this going to be a comedy? I guess that was where I was going with the idea of it being the American Vandal.
Yeah.
Or do you think it's going to be a comedy?
I definitely think this is going to be a comedy, considering, again, it's the American Vandal showrunners, which I know is a comedy series. But also, Jimmy Olsen is kind of the comic relief in the Superman movie. Like, he is a funny character.
Good thought, yeah.
So true. I just think this combination, I would be shocked if they make it, like, super dark and dramatic. I think, if anything, it's going to be a comedy kind of like Peacemaker. Maybe there are going to be these like heartfelt emotional moments, but all in all, like I feel like Peacemaker is a comedy first in a lot of ways. Yeah. I would assume this is going to lean a little bit harder into the comedy though, compared to Peacemaker. So yeah, I don't know. Cool. I'm quite confident in this. I love this idea though. This seems like fun. And again, it doesn't feel like something that you have to watch to understand the wider universe, which is going to be kind of satisfying.
In fact, this is kind of like a really good supplementary thing potentially. Like it kind of it lends itself to the rest of the universe because it kind of explains little tiny tidbits about lesser known aspects of the DC universe. Theoretically, it's kind of a good idea in that way.
Yeah, it's like coloring in another page of this picture book.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah. It's cool. And if people are really into one episode or another, they could potentially expand on it, almost like that Marvel series. Well, what if they kind of took inspiration to make the what if storylines come true in the greater MCU, or make like Marvel Zombies? Did you ever watch Marvel Zombies on Disney Plus?
Oh, Simon, I was going to get into that.
We'll get into it after. Yeah. Okay, sweet. Coincidentally. All right. Yeah. Cool. All right.
Super cool.
Next little quick bite bite of news, Adrian, is as Deadline reports, an upcoming sequel to the Mummy movies will likely star Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz, with the Ready or Not and Scream 6 directors Matt Bettinelli-Olpin and Tyler Gillett set to direct the new film for Universal.
Nice.
I know you like Scream 6. And
I do.
I know you love Ready or Not, I believe.
I do
if I'm
indeed.
not mistaken. And I believe you also really like the Mummy movies. That's why I chose this story to talk about in more detail, or unless I'm incorrect. Am I right?
I remember watching the first The Mummy as a child and really enjoying it. But I don't think there's 3 of them, isn't there? Plus, there's the Scorpion King spinoffs. I don't think I watched.
I don't know if there's 3. I'm not that invested. I've seen the first one, I think, and that's it. Yeah. I might have watched half of the Scorpion King on the bus to a hockey tournament.
Yeah. So like, yeah, I don't know. I think this is kind of neat, but again, I'm not super attached to this. So this isn't a sequel to the Tom Cruise The Mummy, right?
I assume so. I know you're joking now that you laugh, but yeah. I'm looking this up. The Mummy, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor, I believe is the 3rd one.
Okay. So there was 3. I don't think I watched all of them. I have maybe I did watch all of them and I kind of molded them. I haven't watched them in my honestly, probably not even in my teen years. It was just in my child years.
Dude, guess how low the Rotten Tomatoes score is for Mummy Tomb of the Dragon Emperor?
28.
You're wrong. You're incorrect. It is 13%.
Oh, dude, I was going to say 13 at first. And I was like, that might be a little low.
Yeah, you're like Gorilla Grodd. Maybe.
I am Gorilla Grodd. I look like him too.
Whoa. Do you? The Mummy 2. I don't know. The Mummy Returns. Oh, it's a classic. That's I feel like that's a classic title for the early 2000s. You know what I'm saying? The Returns thing, like 80s, 90s, early 2000s. They don't use that as much anymore. Maybe I'm mistaken, but that one's a 46% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Interesting.
And that one's the one with the Rock.
I definitely did not watch Tomb of the Dragon Emperor. 100% did not. Jet Li's in this. That's crazy. Yeah, I must have watched Mummy 1 and 2 because this rings.
Actually, the Mummy has never been reviewed that well. Its Rotten Tomatoes score for the Mummy 1999 is 63%.
Interesting.
Interesting. But obviously, it's a franchise people like. Because they keep trying to take another crack at it, but I think the thing that kind of I like the most about this story is that Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz are returning. That's really cool. At least they're in talks to return. We'll see if that actually comes to pass. But
they might get killed beforehand.
What?
They might get killed and it won't happen. Who knows?
Whoa, that's very dark. What's such a dark way to say that? Why do they get killed?
I don't know. They could. Anyone could. You could get killed.
Yeah.
There's things inside your walls. There's bees.
Not anymore. It's funny. Last episode is not the episode we talked about bees. It was the wasps. Wasps, not bees. Don't just disrespect your bees out there. But no, the wasps were in my house last week. I just forgot to mention it. It was still going. It got worse from it just kept getting worse. And then it finally died down. We called them back, the exterminator who came in and treated them the first time. And they came back and they retreated that same spot in the wall. And then they seemed to go away. But anyway, yeah, that's my wasp update for you.
Nice. Thank you.
But yeah, anything else you want to mention about the Mummy? I don't know if you have. I didn't realize you weren't that invested.
Yeah, no, I simply am not. But again, I did watch the first 2. I'm looking at the images online and 100% I watched those 2 when I was a child. But the first Mummy came out when I was 5 and then the second one came out when I was 7. So I don't think I watched them even as a teenager. And I feel like I have a faint memory of watching it at a friend's house when my parents were there and stuff like that. I don't know. Is The Rock in either one of those? Because I feel like I've seen the Scorpion King. Okay.
He's in the second one.
Okay. There's been 4 Scorpion King movies.
Really? I did not know that. That I did not know. Okay.
Yeah. Scorpion King 4, Quest for Power, better rated than The Mummy 3. It's 21%. There's no The Rock, though.
It's crazy though. Like, I feel like movies that don't, I think viewers now and consumers in terms of watching films, they seem, at least for the big, maybe it's because of the streaming services, but they seem more invested in looking up reviews before they go see a movie in theaters. Unless it's potentially a animated like children's film, which still seemed to do pretty well in the box office. But I look at Running Man, and the Running Man didn't do super well this weekend. We're recording this on a Sunday before our episode airs on a Tuesday. So it's like, I guess like we're just at the end of the box office weekend, the first box office weekend for the Running Man. And yeah, it doesn't look like it did too well. It was strangely the movie that did do well. Actually, I think I'm just like eating my own words now, because I'm realizing the Running Man didn't do super well in terms of reviews. So I thought that's maybe why it didn't do super well in the box office. But the movie, I bet it didn't do super well either. Is Now I See, not now you see me, now you don't, or whatever it is. Now I see you, whatever the freaking phrase is that the magician
now
movie
nobody
is
sees
following.
us.
You see me, now you don't is a 59% on Rotten Tomatoes. So it's actually worse. And yet that franchise has some strange legs, because it does quite well, and it beat out The Running Man this weekend for a better box office result, which is unfortunate, because I feel like The Running Man's a better movie. Although, again, reviews is 64% on Rotten Tomatoes. The score just kept kind of dropping, which sucks. I love Edgar Wright. I'm wondering if it's kind of the eye of the beholder, and 64% is not, I mean, it's in a spot where I can easily love it, I think. So we'll see, but yeah, I just wanted to point that out.
It is interesting. Because Last Night in Soho, that's 75% actually.
Yeah,
it's not bad.
I honestly, Baby Driver is an amazing movie.
I love that movie.
It's Kevin Spacey spoils it a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's such an incredible movie in every way. I think about the beats in that film. I think I saw it twice in theaters. I think also Scott Pilgrim versus the World is really, really great.
That movie also bombed at the box office, to be fair.
Yeah. So Baby Driver's kind of been his best success, perhaps. Or I guess the Simon Pegg films. The
Cornetto trilogy.
Cornetto trilogy. There you go. Yeah, I've not seen the At World's End or whatever. It's like the last one. I've seen the other two. But yeah, those did it okay, I think. But also the budget couldn't have been very large for those. Whereas the Running Man, that's also the way it's viewed. I assume is the Running Man budget must be massive. So that's also part of it. But anyway, okay, getting sidetracked here. The next news story is one about the recent Disney earnings report for the quarter ending at the end of September. They did very well. They added subscribers. They added revenue. Specifically in direct to consumer kind of rev. So not necessarily linear TV and things like that, but like Disney Plus, which is cool. The reason I'm bringing this up is a few reasons. One is they're kind of ruling out a Warner Brothers Discovery purchase, which is interesting. They have enough IP, so that's good. Yeah. I don't really like the idea of Disney buying them either. I don't want anyone to buy them. Again, I want to make that very clear. I know anyone listening to this might not have listened to any of our other episodes. We don't want Warner Brothers to be purchased by anyone. It is better to be separate. Warner Brothers' legacy as a film studio, I think it should exist on its own. It's really sad if they get purchased, because again, whoever purchases them is going to like shuffle other projects aside to just make the IP, the biggest IP consistently, and just make sequel after sequel after sequel, because that's just how you make the most money. That's unfortunately how capitalism works in a lot of ways. A very responsible company might not do that. They might make both, but I don't think it's possible that there's enough money in the coffers to constantly make both. So I'm not looking forward to that. I don't want them to do that. But Disney, sorry to
interrupt.
Yes.
But honestly, really the only interesting thing that could come out of Disney buying Warner Bros. Is the 100% possibility that they would then do like a DC versus Marvel movie. That's really like the only like kind of interesting thing that would come of that.
Sure.
Because they would not hold back. Like they would 100% do that. They would spend millions of dollars bringing in some like previous actors, and then that movie would make $1 trillion.
That's a great point. The other thing I would like to point out is it's interesting to think about what I was just saying about, them taking the biggest IP and making those movies. They would just be a superhero movie studio, and there won't be competing superhero movie studios, which sucks. There's also this idea that like they would potentially make less superhero movies because they would just make the ones that are the most popular, and then you don't get things like Guardians of the Galaxy. You know what I'm saying? Or Thunderbolts, which is kind of interesting in some way. So it becomes worse in that capacity as well. But you would get, you're right, a team up film with the biggest characters from both franchises. I think that's right. Yeah, that's a great call out. But not having competing products in the market is way worse for consumers as well, because we're just going to get worse movies theoretically, which sucks too. So yeah, it's not good. Disney also crossed the $4 billion mark at the box office because of Predator Badlands, which is pretty cool. But that's unrelated to the earnings report because that was not obviously in the same quarter. But they did mention that, I believe, on the earnings call.
Yeah, and then it's biggest debut for a Predator movie, financial debut ever.
Yeah.
Beating out Alien versus Predator, the 2004 Alien versus Predator movie. Or
I can't remember if we talked about this.
No.
Have you seen those Alien versus Predator? Okay. I watched one of them. Again, it's funny I keep bringing up hockey tournaments the last couple episodes, but it is true. There was a hockey tournament.
You played hockey, dude. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I've never brought them up, I feel like, in the last 121 episodes, but now in the last two, I've mentioned it a few times. But like there was a hockey tournament and we were in a hotel room and they put on Alien versus Predator, which is weird. And I was like, what is this? And the weird thing is I hadn't seen any of the Alien movies or the Predator movies at all at the time because I was like 10. So I was like, I mean, I could have watched them, but I was watching this movie. I'm like, what is this? And that's kind of the impression I got about Alien and Predator, as I thought they were kind of bad franchises because this Alien versus Predator movie was just like kind of slop.
No good.
So it wasn't very good from my remembering. And I was a kid. So, you see super cool monsters fighting, you think maybe I would have thought it was good, but anyway.
But you knew, even at that young, ripe age, you're like, this is slop. That's what you said.
This is slop. But I also thought that Predator and Alien were both slop because of that, and that's a mistake because Alien's a master. Like I think Alien's really good. Like the first Alien Ridley Scott movie is excellent, just on its own, and so that's obviously where it all came from. And the first Predator movies are really great too, honestly. That's like a classic Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. It's great. Where was I going with this?
Sorry, I interrupted you.
Oh, this is the real reason I brought this up. AI. This is the weirdest thing I could have. I don't understand this, and that's why I put this into the news stories. Disney CEO Bob Iger claims that AI will soon become a bigger part of Disney Plus, and that game-like features will be added to the service. Okay. Here's the quote he said. All right. He said, we're in the midst of rolling out quote, in the midst of rolling out the biggest and the most significant changes from a product perspective, from a technology perspective, since we launched the service in 2019, unquote. And then the other quote is, before I throw it to you here, quote, the other thing that we're really excited about that AI is going to give us the ability to do is to provide users of Disney Plus with a much more engaged experience, including the ability for them to create user-generated content and to consume user-generated content, mostly short form, from others, unquote. What? On Disney Plus? What are you talking about? And I have no interest in that at all. Personally, I am not the target audience for this. I don't like TikTok very much. I don't use TikTok. I try to avoid using Instagram as well. And I'm curious to see what you think about this. I do not go to Disney Plus or purchase Disney Plus. And if it gets more expensive because you're putting user-generated content on there, I have especially AI created, I have no idea what you're talking about. But yeah, what are you thinking?
Yeah, it's like I'm gonna go into Disney Plus. I'm gonna AI generate the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives cast just beating the living shit out of each other. They're just having cat fights. Anytime they have an argument, goes into an AI generated fight between all of them. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, I wonder what creators think of this. Speaking of that, I can't imagine the creators who are really doing the least effort theoretically. The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. But if you look at somebody like, who am I thinking here? Like any of Kevin Feige's stuff that he's producing. Like any of the Marvel stuff, isn't that going to upset a lot of the actors in it? Like look at Scarlett Johansson's fight with various AI companies
with
so far.
OpenAI, right? Using their voice.
I mean, she's a character in Marvel. She won't make, probably not anymore. Black Widow is probably not coming back. But
she exploded. She exploded on the sun. And yeah, I she didn't explode on the sun. I just said that. Just
or did she? We don't spoil anything here.
Yeah. She actually exploded on the moon. Crazy. But yeah, no, I think this is absurd, man. I hate this as an idea. I don't want to be on Disney Plus. Like, okay, let me take a step back. Disney Plus is a service I'm turning off and on consistently. I will literally never turn it on if this AI slop is just overtaking the service. I only want it for a handful of things, the odd show here and there that I'm going to binge watch, like Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, right? I turned it on because that show came back. Cool, but I'm not
Alien Earth. The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. That's what you're looking for, too.
That's what I'm looking for, man. Honestly, the drama this season. Oh my God. Crazy. Good stuff, though. But I don't know. I just find this stupid. And it's such a slippery slope. Because again, all these actors and like the SAG-AFTRA and everything are fighting against like them. I mean, AI actors essentially taking over, or actors being replaced by AI, or AI using, their voices, etc. There's so many things in place. So it's like, okay, cool. If you are going to launch this weird AI, shorts from the sound of it, because they're focusing on like short form content exclusively. Is it going to be all animated stuff and then just have some random AI voice with actors that have, sold their voice to that? I don't know. It's very confusing, and this is stupid, and I don't understand who this is for.
Yeah, they just seem very excited about it too. Why are you excited about this as the CEO? I just feel like they're misguided. There's a belief that there's like an AI bubble that's going to burst. That there's this idea that this people they're going way too. It's almost like a toxic positivity around AI. Like everyone in this industry, like or in any tech related or adjacent industry, they kind of are all very excited about it, but they're almost too excited about it because I'm not excited about it at all. And I think that they are overestimating how much their consumers, their customers are excited about it. That's what I think is going to happen, but we'll see. Vince Gilligan recently came out about AI. Did you see that?
Yeah. I don't know if you saw at the end of Pluribus in the credits, it says this product was made by humans.
Yeah. Also in the credits,
I thought was really cool. Yeah. So yeah, I think a lot of creators are against it. And yeah, I don't know. It's interesting because I'm sure this is probably in the montage, so I'm spoiling something, but Noah Hawley, I don't know what his viewpoint on AI is, but he just, signed a deal again with Disney to continue making content for Disney and FX.
Right.
Is he just kind of cool with this whole AI push as well? And like I don't know, like what his creations are going to be able to be used. There's going to be some Fargo AI short made or something like that. I know he didn't create Fargo, but like based on like his show and everything. And I don't know. I don't like this, but this is what I was referring to, man.
What you said about Noah Hawley, I wonder, what's the line? I found like these quotes are interesting because they sound so ridiculous, but there's also like not enough detail for me. You know what I mean? Like what's the line? I don't understand I don't know. You know what's interesting about Noah Hawley? Noah Hawley, did you notice Noah Hawley's in the show? I don't know if he's in a lot of is he in Fargo as well at some point? I don't know.
Maybe he must have cameos here and there, maybe.
He plays like the main AI, like Sydney Chandler's characters. Wendy's father.
Oh,
like he's in multiple flashbacks. He doesn't have any speaking parts, but he keeps coming up. I'm like, it's him again.
Yeah,
there he is.
Crazy.
Yeah. But yeah. I don't know. I don't know if he would be good with it. But again, what's the line? Where does the line get drawn? That's the question. I don't know the answer to. It's a mystery. So we'll see, I guess. This is
what I was referring to, man. AI is going to take over. People are going to slowly become more and more accepting of it. And then we're going to get to a point where it's just everything's AI. We become AI.
Oh, Vince Gilligan's quote, by the way, is it's a plagiarism machine, which is exactly what I think. That's what sucks about it. It's pulling content from real creators and then pretending it made it itself, and then everyone's like, "Yeah, look at this thing I made by putting in a prompt. Like, you didn't do shit." Like, and the idea with these tech companies is they want to give you the credit because they want you to use the service, because they want you to pay into it and buy into the whole idea of it. So they get more and more and more money from this AI product that they're creating. So they want to legitimize plagiarism. It's a crazy world we live in. And because there's no regulations and there's no push to make regulations in places like Congress, where in the United States is a huge player in the AI space. There's, again, especially now with the current administration, there's not a lot of pushback. It's a scary time.
The current administration is literally using AI to develop pictures and videos and posting them on like a Homeland Security website and the actual White House, Twitter page and stuff.
It's
There's
crazy.
a whole thing with Halo, and they had Donald Trump in the Master Chief armor. It's like, get fucked, dude. He's a pedophile, and he also sucked Bill Clinton's penis.
That's crazy. These emails are nuts.
Yeah, dude.
Crazy. Even though there's that freaking one with the plane where he's pooping on like protesters, peaceful protesters, by the way, and one of the largest protests in American history. It's crazy. Like, that's really, man. Let them eat cake. The president personified. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's fine. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's cool. They're the good guys.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
I don't know.
Of course, Darth Vader. They're Darth Vader according to the AI.
Oh my god, dude! How fucking stupid do you have to be, man? It's absolutely. Oh my god. Jesus, I question anyone at this point that is like, but I'm like, dude, he's a pedophile. At least draw the line at pedophilia, At least draw the line at protecting pedophiles. At the very least, man. I don't know. Who cares? Whatever. It's not my country. Might be. We might be the 51st state. Who knows?
No, don't you dare. Don't you dare say that. Okay. Last thing is just the trailer roundup, my friend. We've got a lot of trailers this by week. I'll just name a bunch of them, and you just tell me any ones that stuck out to you. We could talk about them briefly. But Man on the Inside season 2. You were wondering where the heck they're going to go with that. That's interesting. Michael. I wrote Michael, and I don't remember what that is.
That's the Michael Jackson one.
Oh, yeah, it is. Right. Yeah, I did watch that trailer. The Night Manager season 2. I saw that trailer. Toy Story 5, which is interesting because what happened to Woody is not seem to be addressed at the end of season 4. Anyway, season 4, sorry. Toy Story 4. Episode 4 of Toy Story.
Toy Story episode 4.
Right. Super Mario Galaxy movie. Good luck, have fun, don't die, from Gore Verbinski. That's a weird one with Sam Rockwell. I don't know if you saw the trailer for that.
No, is it good?
He's like a guy comes from the future and he's trying to save humanity, but it's a wacky trailer. It's crazy. Gore Verbinski's the guy who like directed the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie. I'm not sure if he directed others, but in the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. But Devil Wears Prada 2, Monarch Legacy of Monsters season 2, and Fallout season 2 trailer. A lot of these trailers are pretty great. I'm hyped for Fallout. I'm hyped for Monarch Legacy of Monsters.
Me too.
I love the duo, the Russell duo.
Kurt and Wyatt
in that show. Yeah, Kurt and Wyatt. But yeah, anything stand out to you?
Yeah, man. I thought the Monarch Legacy of Monsters, it's like a teaser trailer because it's only like a minute long, but it's cool and it reveals a lot of interesting stuff. It looks like they're going to Kong, like Skull Island. Sorry, they're going to Kong, dude. So it's cool to be back on Skull Island because I think pound for pound, I think Kong Skull Island is still the best movie in this legendary franchise, in my 100%. Opinion.
I agree.
And I love that setting. It's really fun. And again, a movie that we're going to be talking about today, Predator Badlands, reminds me a lot about Kong Skull Island. Like it seems like it's like this death planet instead of a death island. Like everything's fucking trying to kill you. It's really fun. So I'm very curious what they can do and if it's going to be like a little bit more action packed. And again, the animation, like the CG animation, looks so good. And it's a TV show because we were just talking about CG animation and TV shows too. Apple. Yeah, it's a great fruit. I love that as a fruit. Apple a day keeps the doctor away, baby. But yeah, no, I know you're talking about the streaming service, the company Apple. I know that you're talking about them. But yeah, this is very exciting. I really liked that first season, and I'm curious where this will kind of go and how it's going to tie into the rest. It's interesting though, like this legendary monster universe is so tonally mismatched. But for whatever reason, I still got buy-in and I'm still having a good time. Like the last one where it's like, we got, oh my God, Project Power Glove or whatever the fuck they called it.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. And they're like, oh, you mean they have this glove on this island for Kong for the exact hand that he that he hurt in the movie. What a wacky premise. But hey,
crazy.
It's fun. At the end of the day, it's fucking fun.
It's fun. But I think Kong Skull Island is a good movie, like a legitimately good movie. I think most people would agree with that. And the rest of the franchise, maybe the first Godzilla is pretty good too. But I feel like the first Godzilla 2014, sorry, a million Godzilla movies from like the 1950s, right? But I mean like the new Monarch verse or whatever they're trying to do here, like Legacy, Legendary Pictures. And so I really like this. Again, this is a call out to Apple too. The other thing that they do really well is they seem to spend more money than they make on Apple TV content, which I really appreciate. And again, they just let the creators do what they want to do. There's like some of the budgets they seem to have are unbelievable. So I am excited about this. Yeah, I'm curious about it. Did you watch any of the other trailers? Anything else you're keen on?
I watched the Fallout Season 2 trailer. Looks good. Again, I don't think I was as hot on Fallout Season 1 as the vast majority of people. I thought it was good TV, but I didn't love it. And I have no real attachment to the franchise, but I'll watch this. Watch this. I like Ella Purnell. I like other actors in it. Walton Goggins. Sorry. So like
Justin Theroux?
Justin Theroux. Yeah, he's a guy. He's a guy on a television.
Macaulay Culkin?
Macaulay Culkin. He's a guy
Hasn't been
without
much.
he's in a home in this. But he's
actually,
not alone.
I think he probably isn't in a home.
Yeah. True.
Unless he's at home in the wasteland, if that's what you mean. But
the entire wasteland is his house, and he's got traps. I don't know.
Maybe.
But yeah, it looks fun.
Maybe.
It's interesting because I'm trying to remember. There's a plot thread that happened at the end of season 1 with the one character from Hannah Montana. And was he in this trailer? You know the Hannah Montana kid in Fallout?
Oh, the guy in Superstore? Is that the same guy? Sorry.
Hannah Montana.
I don't know the Hannah Montana because I didn't watch Hannah Montana.
Moses Arias.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah. Was he? I don't think he was in this.
Was he in this trailer? He's a pretty
I don't remember
character.
seeing him. Yeah. Because
no, not that guy. Oh, that guy. No, I have no idea who that is.
You don't know Moses Arias? He's in season 1.
Oh, you're talking about he's in the vault.
Yeah. Yeah.
He plays her brother.
Exactly.
Yeah?
And I'm most curious about his plot line, actually.
Yeah, what's happening in the vault?
I don't think that he was shown in the trailer.
They showed Zach Cherry, though.
They do indeed.
So he's kind of related to that plot line a little bit.
Yeah.
I really like Zach Cherry. I forgot he's in this show. He had been a lot of surgence of Zach Cherry. He's just in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I feel like the first time I really remember him is in You, like the first season of You. Like where I was like,
Spider-Man for me.
But where I mean, like he's like a prominent role because in Spider-Man he's like Spider-Man do a flip, but in You he's like an actual character, right? Like
But when I saw him in You, I said Spider-Man do a flip and pointed at the screen. I'm pretty sure, if I recall correctly.
You were just by yourself in your room and said that. Screaming
no, I was watching it with.
I know I'm being.
I was watching it with my fiance.
I know.
Oh, okay.
Cool. I know. I was just being facetious. I was just I was trying to have a little fun here. Simon was trying to have a little.
I'm wrong. There's no way I did that because You came out before. Sorry, You came out after. Oh, that's why I did it. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, see, my brain just had a fart again. It did the same thing as it did earlier. It's like getting things out of order. No, Homecoming came out first because it came out in 2017. Okay, anyway. It's cool. I'm excited to see this. We'll see how it goes. I also kind of vaguely interested in the Night Manager season 2. That's like, I feel like that was 10 years.
I never even watched the first one.
It's
I
pretty
forgot
great.
the show existed. That's HBO.
No. Is
Is
it?
it Showtime? I don't know. I'm asking you.
I don't know. I don't believe so. I don't know what network it's on. Night Manager Network. Before we move on here. It's a BBC show. AMC. ABC,
Big
AMC,
black cock.
BBC, I think, collaboration. It's cool. It's a very... this was the time in which I saw Tom Hiddleston and I thought, well, he could be James Bond. I could see it.
Yeah.
I could see it. It's pretty cool.
This came out in 2016. Literally. It's almost a decade, dude.
Yeah, because it's coming out next year. Like season 2.
That is a decade. It's a full decade,
Yeah.
dude. What are they doing? What have they been up to the last 10 years?
And lastly, did you see the Man on the Inside trailer? Because I wanted to mention it to you because I'm curious if you kind of came around on the idea, like, well, how are they going to go from here? What are they going to do?
No, I forgot. I saw it. I saw it pop up, but I didn't watch it. I forgot to.
That's okay.
Should I watch it right now? Or do you want to describe
we can
it
get
to
back
me?
to it.
Describe it.
No, it's okay. I don't
Can you
remember
describe it to me?
in that much detail. So let's move on now, Adrian.
Oh wait, Super Mario Galaxy. Hey, it's Brie Larson's Rosalina.
Yeah, that's right. Benny Safdie. I was kind of surprised to see Benny Safdie. I was like, they always like pick these like well-known actors, and then they pick Benny Safdie, who I really like. I think he's great. He's also an amazing director, so that's cool. But they were like, and it's Benny Safdie. I'm like, oh, okay, because wasn't that the second person they announced as well? You would think you would lead with Benny Safdie and then go into Brie Larson.
Yeah,
just for the kind of the hype.
It's
Jack
cool.
Black had a lot of hype in that. Did you watch the Nintendo Direct?
No, I didn't watch the full Direct. I just watched the trailer.
It was only like 7 minutes. So I was like, let's see what can you do here to set up a trailer for 7 minutes, okay? Because the trailer is going to be like 2 minutes tops, so it's 3 minutes tops. So like, what are you going to do to set it up? And they set it up pretty well. Jack Black was there. He was really, really, really high on energy as usual. So
yeah,
he's probably the best thing about that first movie.
Yeah, that movie was weird, but I still enjoyed it enough.
You didn't? Oh, you thought it was weird. Why?
I don't know. It just felt tonally a little odd. I thought it was good. Like I thought it was fine, but I don't love it. I was just kind of like, cool. Will I watch this next one? Probably at some point. I just remember there being like, it's like a kid's movie all in all, and then all of a sudden you have this like suicidal star that shows up, and you're like, what the fuck?
Suicidal star. Oh yeah,
in the cage.
That's the best thing about the movie. Actually, that was the best thing about the movie.
Yeah, it made me laugh. And I was like, dude, what? It just came out of nowhere. Yeah. Where I feel interesting. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah. No,
I was gonna say about Illumination because you kind of threw shade at Illumination a few times on this podcast, like the first 100 episodes.
Animation, typically, yeah.
I like their animation a lot. I think their animation is really good. That's not the issue. I feel like the writing isn't as tight as Pixar, as an example. So I think if they could keep the same animation style, I think the Super Mario movie looks great. But I feel like it would have been cool if they had writers that were a little bit more like Pixar-esque, like they were writing a little bit more adult, but throughout the movie, not in one segment where there's a suicidal star, as you called it. So that would have been cool. But yeah. I think that's kind of the trick with it because I like the animation. That is something I do like. I think that it seems like high budget animation. It seems like they do a great job there. But yeah,
good stuff.
Cool. All right. Oh, also, why is it called Super Mario Galaxy and not Super Mario World? Don't you want to set up set this up to be a trilogy at the very least? Like, what are you going to call the next one?
Super Smash
Mario
Bros.
Odyssey. What?
Super Smash Bros.
That's a downgrade though. Like you're getting bigger, right?
I guess.
You go larger. Odyssey is a good one, I think.
Yeah, and it's directed by Christopher Nolan.
Right. This isn't in the document at all, but there was like a thing that came out about Christopher Nolan having done the production of the Odyssey for 91 days or something like that, and it was like 2 miles of film. Like he captured 2 miles on film, and they're filming. This is why I'm literally, other than I love Christopher Nolan movies, I love what he does, and he's a unique individual. So, and the Odyssey hasn't really been done in this kind of grand way, but he's filming practically on a ship, And he was trying to capture what it would have been like to sail on one of these giant, like, tall ships. That's pretty badass. Of course he's doing it practically. He's Christopher Nolan. I don't know if we talked about what he would try to do to bring practicality to this particular project, but there was always a joke with Oppenheimer, like, oh, he's going to blow up the atomic bomb for real or something like that, you know? And in this, he's like, he's put together a ship, I guess, and he's filming it with IMAX cameras almost completely, like 70 millimeter in the actual ocean. It's crazy, man. I'm very excited about it. Incredibly excited. Okay, now we will move on to the montage, Adrian, a sequence of our show in which I briefly present at least 7 of the bi-week's smaller news stories as Adrian delivers a brisk verdict. Number 1. According to publication Deadline, Severance actor Tramell Tillman and Lord of the Rings actor Ian McKellen have been cast in Pearl director Ty West's Ebenezer, A Christmas Carol, with Johnny Depp making his blockbuster comeback as Ebenezer Scrooge.
Neat.
Number 2. As announced by Netflix, the Kristen Bell starring comedy series Nobody Wants This has been renewed for season 3 and is scheduled for a 2026 release date.
Really cool. I'll watch season 3. I thought season 2 was pretty good. Not as good as the first, but pretty good.
Number 3. As reported by Entertainment Weekly, a Gremlins 3 film is in the works at Warner Brothers, with Steven Spielberg producing, Harry Potter director Chris Columbus directing, and a scheduled release window of November 2027.
It's crazy. This guy not only colonized America, but then he also directed a bunch of Harry Potter movies. Impressive.
Oh, jeez Louise. Number 4. As reported by Deadline, Shrinking and Ted Lasso writer and star Brett Goldstein is writing, starring, and producing an 8-episode comedy series called Escorted, about an accidental male escort for Amazon Prime Video.
That's cool. I don't know how you accidentally become a male escort, but hey, let's find out, man. Let's find out over the course of 8 episodes.
Number 5. As Deadline reports, baby girl actor Nicole Kidman has been cast in the Monkey director Osgood Perkins' upcoming horror film Young People. Lola Tung, Nico Parker, Tatiana Maslany, Lily Collins, Heather Graham, and Johnny Knoxville have also been cast in the film.
Osgood Perkins is just fucking releasing movies like he's on a conveyor belt. It's crazy, dude. Not that it's a bad thing, but it's like, damn, dude, I gotta watch Keeper still. Not particularly greatly reviewed. I think it's around the same as The Running Man, but I'll want to watch it. I would like to. Number 6. According to Variety, an HBO V for Vendetta TV series is in the works, with DC studio heads Peter Safran and James Gunn producing, and Pete Jackson set to write the series. Interesting. Okay, cool. I have not a huge attachment to V for Vendetta, but I did watch that movie when I was a kid and didn't fully understand it. I love that movie. I'll just say, it says Pete Jackson because it said Pete Jackson on Variety, and I didn't know that Peter Jackson goes by Pete Jackson. I assume it's Peter Jackson of Lord of the Rings, but I didn't write that here because I don't know if it's the same guy, and I could not find the answer to that question going to the Variety article and reading it thoroughly. So maybe it's a Danny Glover, Donald Glover sort of situation. Yeah, but those names are different. It could be. Yeah, they're not short for Donald and Danny. Anyway, number 7. As Deadline reports, Disney has renewed FX TV series Alien Earth for a second season, which will begin filming in London next year. Alien Earth showrunner Noah Hawley has also extended his long-term deal with Disney and Network FX. Heck yeah, dude, I can't wait. I'm excited. This is great. Number 8. As reported by The Hollywood Reporter, Luther star Idris Elba will return to headline as Detective Luther for another Luther revival film at Netflix that is set to begin filming next year. Awesome. I really like that Luther series. Number 9. As announced by Kojima Productions, another animated series adaptation of game director Hideo Kojima's PlayStation game series Death Stranding will launch on Disney Plus in 2027, will be directed by Attack on Titan's director Takayuki Sano, and currently holds the working title Death Stranding Isolations. I'm all in, baby. I'm all in. Number 10. According to Deadline, Peacock has canceled the Natasha Lyonne starring mystery series Poker Face after its second season. With that being said, though, creator Ryan Johnson and producer Natasha Lyonne are actively shopping the show to other networks, but with Game of Thrones star Peter Dinklage replacing Lyonne in the starring role. That's interesting. They do look quite similar, but I'm curious how they're going to play it. Right. Number 11. As reported by publication Variety,
Game Night and Dungeons & Dragons movie directors Jonathan Goldstein and John Francis Daly are set to direct a Star Trek reboot film for Paramount.
Oh, wow. Yeah, thanks for rereading that and clarifying it. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness you had to read that again to resolve the issue.
No one will know that because I cut that part out that I reread it. Anyway, whatever. And that concludes the montage. All right, we're doing it. We're on to the reviews, the What We've Been Watching segment of our podcast, Adrian. Split Focus, Film and TV Podcast, episode 1, 2, 3. What did you watch this week before we get into the thing we watched together?
Oh, okay. Let's do kind of a little bit of a back and forth because I watched a few things, but there's a few things that I watched that lead up to the thing that we both watched, okay?
Okay.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, cool. So, I watched because I redid my Disney Plus subscription for two reasons, Simon. One, Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. It's back, baby. Season 3. I'm in it. We're 3 episodes in, my fiance and I. God, these women. What are you guys up to? It's so much drama. I love it. It's fun, dude.
So many secrets.
So many lives. There's an affair scandal going on this season, Simon. An affair.
Whoa.
With one of the guys from Vanderpump Villa.
Whoa.
Marciano from Vanderpump Villa.
Wow. That's like
Crazy.
The CSI crossover. Incredible.
It is. It's more interesting though. So yeah, watching that, pretty good. Again, I really like this show. I like reality TV, but I realize like the reality TV I like is when you're following like set characters and you're kind of following their story as opposed to like the dating reality. Because like I got into reality with The Bachelor, I would say. And it's like, you get into it and it's like a long season of this cast. And at least with The Bachelor, when like the following season comes out, there's like a recurring character. Because typically the Bachelor or the Bachelorette is, someone that made it fairly far into the previous season and now they're the Bachelor or the Bachelorette. So I got into this because of that. But then, there's the other like dating shows like Love is Blind, which I don't give a fuck about. The Ultimatum, which is like the first Queer Love season was pretty good. The second one fucking sucked. And the regular show just not interesting. So I'm kind of like out of reality TV except for this show. Vanderpump Rules is coming back for season 12. Whole new cast though. So we'll see how that works. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, pretty good. Oh, also plot twist. Frankie, who's one of the main characters in Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, she's going to be the next Bachelorette.
Whoa.
So there's like an extra crossover here, which is crazy. She has two. It's crazy because Gabby, she was the Bachelorette a few years ago. This was the first Bachelorette season I watched, right? And I felt so bad. I really like Gabby. She's great. She was in The Traitors last year, right? And Gabby's great. And she, like, I felt bad for her because, like, during the Bachelorette, she's like, I'm kind of like, I'm like damaged. Like, I'm damaged goods. Like, I have a bad, relationship with my parents. Like, things didn't go well, yada, 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 right? And, like, a lot of people were like, oh, she has too much baggage, right?
Right.
So, it didn't end particularly well for Gabby in regards to that show. I think she's married or at least engaged now with a comedy woman. I forget the woman's name. Yeah, she came out as she's bisexual and they're getting married. Super cool. Anyway, Simon. But yeah, so Frankie, she's going on and she's going to be the next Bachelorette. But this woman has 2 separate baby daddies, I think 3 kids. Her relationship with her parents are fucked, and you're watching and you see like her relationship with her parents in the show, at least her mom, because I don't think her dad's in the show, but her stepdad's in it. That guy's a piece of shit. Anyways, long story short, and she's going on The Bachelorette and everyone was complaining that Gabby's too damaged, but like this Frankie woman, you're going through it. So like, I feel like anyone that's going to be on The Bachelorette, you're just there for the clout. Why would you want to be with Frankie? Anyways, I'm going to continue. So got Disney Plus because of that, right? And since I have Disney Plus,
go on. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah. Since I have Disney Plus, there's a couple of things, maybe I want to watch. And there's a TV show that came out not too long ago, which I was curious about. And it was Marvel Zombies. Did you watch it as well, Simon? Because I didn't finish it. I only watched the 2
I did not. I never watched.
Okay.
I haven't. I've been really trying to catch up on various Disney Plus shows, and I just haven't really dived into that one.
Okay. I watched the first 2 out of the 4 episodes. I plan to finish it. It's pretty good. And it is a continuation of the What If episode that came out like a few years prior. I think it says that it takes place like 5 years later or something like that. I forget. And the cool part about this Marvel Zombies show that I was like kind of thinking about it, right? Because like, how do you get attached to these characters that you technically don't really know that are like getting murdered left and right? And it's because a lot of the main cast has come back for the show, which is kind of neat. Not everyone, but a lot of it is. And then if you've been watching the Marvel movies, you have some sort of attachment to these characters. So it's really cool when they're willing to kill off characters that you would never expect in quite brutal ways. I'm like, this is kind of a neat idea. And again, it gets you attached very quickly to what's happening in universe, even though, again, this is technically a what if story and continuing. The animation is not great, I think. Like it's interesting. It's similar to the what if style, but I just don't really like how it looks, especially in comparison to a game you and I actually just played. But it is essentially like a TV show called Dispatch.
It's similar actually in animation style. It's not that far off. Yeah,
but Dispatch looks better and it almost seems more, I don't want to say more polished because it's still a very Polish. It's still a very polished show. Yeah. I don't want to disparage it too much. I just think like, because I was playing Dispatch the same time as I was watching this, I'm like, man, it's kind of crazy that this video game looks and runs almost better than the TV show looks like.
What a great game, though. I gotta say, I really like it. It's one of my favorite games of this year, which is shocking. I thought it's excellent, and the voice acting in it stars Aaron Paul and
Jeffrey Wright,
which is like a pretty significant. I can't believe how much Jeffrey Wright's in it, just because Jeffrey Wright's big time, in my opinion. I think Aaron Paul is pretty big time too, but he's been in less than Jeffrey Wright. Jeffrey Wright, didn't he get nominated for an Oscar?
Yeah, he's been nominated for Oscars, 100%. And Aaron Paul has won Emmys. So impressive. It is a cool cast, and it's funny. So I was playing this with my fiance. Like, she was sitting on the couch kind of watching it with me because she was invested. And she was saying like, man, Aaron Paul is like a really great voice actor. I'm like, well, he's a really great actor as well. And she's like, yeah, like I'm sure he is because he's in Breaking Bad, but she's never watched Breaking Bad. So her only interactions with Aaron Paul, like her only understanding of him is as a voice actor in BoJack Horseman and in Dispatch. I'm like, that's kind of a cool perspective. But yeah, what a great game, dude. What a great game. And again, it's a story and it's kind of a choose your own adventure as well. I was looking at your trophies. You made a couple of different choices, specifically your romance option. Different from me.
Easy choice for me.
Oh, not for me, man. I want the baddie, you know?
I know you're going to do that. I had a feeling. I didn't check your trophies.
I checked your trophies and I saw that. I'm like, it makes sense. It makes sense that you'd go for her. And even my fiance was like, yeah, I can't see Simon going for like the bad girl. I'm like, yeah, I know. Simon likes the good girl.
I don't know.
Anyways.
What can I say?
Yeah, that became a little bit too seductive there. But anyways, going back to Marvel Zombies, I think it's pretty interesting the way, again, it can hook you in by having these characters. And again, since it's such a contained story, literally no one's safe. And you get that within the first 5 to 10 minutes of the episode, realistically, like what they're willing to do and kind of the path they're willing to go down. Again, it just continues to be interesting. I do want to finish it. I just haven't really had the time. I've been sick. So I've been kind of like in and out and watching Secret Lives with my fiance. And then I couldn't sleep on Friday night. And I literally just played video games for like fucking 5 hours. It was crazy. I got 2 platinums that night. I finished Silent Hill F and Ghost of Yote.
Wow.
Anyways, that's an aside.
What are your thoughts on Yote, having finished it? Just really brief. We're not a video game podcast here, Adrian.
Yeah. It's a great game. It's just not for me. I just
You're not a big open world guy. You've just never been a big open world guy, I feel like.
Yeah, there's been a handful that have like really hooked me, like the first Horizon and even Horizon Forbidden West, and like Cyberpunk and Red Dead. Yeah. But like all in all, I'm not a huge open world guy. And like for me, Ghost of Yote, I think it's better than Tsushima from recollection. But I don't know. There's something I just don't care enough about like, okay, move here, collect this, do this. yada, yada, yada. And I feel like it always messes up the pacing. But again, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, probably one of my favorite games, if not my favorite game of this generation. That's an open world game technically, and I fucking adore it.
There's also like the mystery in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth a little bit. Like, you love the story of Final Fantasy VII. You know what's coming. Where is it going to pop up? How is it going to be told in this completely new remake? It's kind of interesting in that way. And when you remake something in that deep of a level, you get to kind of be like, oh, they threw that in here in this way. This animation is incredible in this, because it's completely different. It's crazy how drastically different the Final Fantasy VII trilogy of games is different from the original Final Fantasy VII, which is one game. But anyway, so that's another thing too. But I have a theory that it could be the detail level as well. Like when you look at Red Dead is so detailed. It's like the production per square inch for that open world game in comparison to like The Last of Us, you know what I mean? Where The Last of Us is not an open world game at all, but you can see how much detail is in every little aspect of Red Dead 2, and that kind of maybe pulls you in, is my theory. Like the immersion level's high because the AI, in a good way, the AI, like the actual, not the generated content, but the AI in the NPCs, their minds, what they're doing, they're going to their jobs and walking along the street versus some open world games, which I kind of feel like there's a lot of just people standing still and they're just kind of doing nothing. They don't feel like they have lives. It doesn't feel immersive. It feels like a lived in experience. Great word.
Yeah.
Great, term.
And I don't know. I think that's kind of my issue with Ghost of Yotei. However, I will like say, man, like the power, like the feeling of power that you get in that game is so satisfying.
The combat.
I don't love the one-on-one combat, and I think that's a lot of that has to do with I played other games that I feel like the combat's a little bit tighter on one-on-one. I played Black Myth Wukong just before that, and I think that's like a better combat-focused game, especially with the boss battles. But this game, like when I'm tearing through an enemy encampment, just fucking murdering people and just like absolutely dominating, it is so satisfying. And like the flow of combat's fun. You're running through, you assassinate like 3 guys, then you pick up a sword, throw it at a dude, pull out like a fucking bow and shoot someone in the head. It's like, it's so kinetic. So like I had a lot of fun with it, but at the end of it, like when I finished it, I was like, cool, I'll probably never go back to this again. And I'll remember it. And the reason why I got to the end and I was like, I did everything that you could. And I knew like, I'm going to finish the game. And that's when the platinum trophy is going to pop. And I was at 124 platinums. And I was like, I don't want this to be my 125th platinum because I feel like that's a marker. So I finished and like beat Silent Hill F for the 4th time to make that my 125th platinum because I truly loved that game. And I thought it was like
linear, not open world. Everything linear, is tight.
Survival horror, terrifying, amazing story that like reveals itself the more you play it and the more times you beat it because there's different endings and it adds different perspective to the endings that came prior. Phenomenal. And I am more of a horror guy, to be fair. So it just
that's a franchise that I'm curious about in terms of film. Like, have they ever even dabbled in that at all? Did they ever announce anything coming for that? Oh, they have.
Yeah. So there's 2 movies that came out in the past, one in 2004 or 2002, made by a director. I forget his name. And I think that one was based on the first game. Yeah. But they changed a couple of things with it to so it wasn't like a beat for beat remake of the game. And then they did a sequel, different director though. And I think that movie had no connection to the game other than like Pyramid Head and stuff like that. Okay. The director of the first movie that was based on the first game is coming out with a new Silent Hill 2 movie based on the second game. And it seems like it's going to be kind of following that story beat for beat. They released a trailer of that a few months ago. Looks very low budget and not particularly great. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. I feel like they have something they could make something in terms of like a cross media potential in a TV show or a movie and like really put the budget behind it and make it sing.
They did make a TV show as well. I think it was like a Sony Pictures Core exclusive. It was the Silent Hill Ascension, and it was kind of like viewers could vote on what was going to happen. Oh. And there's like a lot of weird AI generated stuff in it. I think it was very poorly regarded. But I'm new into Silent Hill. I played Silent Hill 2 either earlier this year or late last year, and then now Silent Hill F. I'm like a new Silent Hill fan. Like I'm all in on day one on any new Silent Hill product. I'm going to try it out. So I'm
Yeah.
invested in that
Cool.
universe. So anyways, I went off on a tangent. Marvel Zombies, pretty good. I like it. If you have Disney Plus, worth a watch. It's only 4 episodes, and I think every episode's about a half hour or give or take a bit.
Okay.
Cool. Now, you want to talk a little bit about Pluribus before I
Sure.
dive into the couple other things that I watched? Because the couple other
Let's do
things
it.
are going to lead up to Predator Badlands.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay, cool.
Pluribus, new TV series from Vince Gilligan. It's on Apple TV Plus. Again, budget kills it. They have so much budget. I've watched mostly Vince Gilligan's work on sort of network cable TV with AMC. Isn't able to put in more than one swear. This is different. There's more
Very
swearing
much
in this. Definitely. It stars Ray Seahorn from Better Call Saul. And she's really, really great in this. And essentially, the plot line is she's the most miserable person in the world. Everyone seems to have. I don't know how much we should talk about. Actually, much should we spoil? Because I don't want to talk about it too deeply. Because it's a surprise in the first episode. The trailers were really mysterious. Like she's being talked through the television from somebody at the White House on the podium of like the press briefings. They're talking through the TV at her while she's on the phone with this person. It seems like everyone's kind of brainwashed in a weird way, and she's not. And so the question is like, what is the deal? How did this happen? Yeah. And it's a science fiction series, like deeply science fiction, as opposed to other things Vince Gilligan has made, like Better Call Saul and obviously Breaking Bad, one of the greatest shows, or regarded to be one of the greatest shows ever made. So how much do we want to spoil it? I don't even know. Or should we be able to talk about the main premise? Okay. Because I want to say you kind of nailed some of the premise in one of our earlier episodes. You kind of predicted it pretty well, which is pretty cool. I don't know if I gave it as much thought. It was really what you said. Well, I'm like, oh, he got this. But I like being surprised though in general in these types of shows, and it is a mystery show in a large way. And the premise is kind of reminds me of, it's not similar, but in the way that it's a mystery, like Severance in a way. There's a lot of questions. The premise gives you a lot of like, what could happen? How are they going to, the biggest question I have though is how are they going to progress this show for a full season and multiple seasons? Like, what are you going to do? Because there's a level of like, how do you go from here? And the idea is they keep reinventing and evolving the plot, I think is the best way to do it. But Severance has all these questions like, well, their brains are split between work and life balance, and what would happen with their wife at home versus having a work, like a life, like a kind of a work relationship. And like, do they ever talk to their boss outside of work? All these different questions that come about from Severance. This is kind of similar, and it's such a high level, like a really great concept. And like if you are a great writing team, what can you do to use this concept and really make it sing? And really, the writing is so smart. I've only watched 2 episodes so far.
I watched the third.
I haven't watched the third yet.
It's really good.
But the writing is just so tight. And everything seems smart. The characters make decisions that make sense for them. And I really appreciate that. Sorry, I should have thrown it to you earlier than this. But what do you think about the spoiler aspect first before we maybe dive in?
It's tough. I don't really want to reveal too much about it. But it is really cool in the sense of the trailers didn't reveal anything about really the premise. And people were able to kind of speculate online. And my favorite part about it is in the first episode, within 20 minutes, they reveal, hey, this is the mystery. This is how it happened. This is what's going on.
Yeah.
And it's set up. And you're like, damn, dude, I thought this was going to be like a seasons wide mystery. And you're telling me right off the bat, like, where are you going to go with this? And again, as you mentioned, I think it's just such a great writing team that I'm so intrigued. And it makes you as a viewer ask so many more questions while it's revealing things. It's not necessarily even asking questions. They're revealing answers, and it makes you be like, oh, well, if that's the case, then what about this? What about this? And it just keeps on showing you more and more stuff. And I think it's brilliant because I don't necessarily think this is a wholly unique idea in the sense of, I'm pretty confident Rick and Morty has done this almost exact premise.
Oh, hey,
it's just done so. It's how can I word this? it's not a unique premise done in an incredibly unique way because of Vince Gilligan's style. And you can tell this is a Vince Gilligan show a lot of the times by not only the writing, but the way it's shot, where it's set, everything. It feels like a Vince Gilligan TV show, just like the camera angles at certain points. I don't know if he's using the same like cinematographer guy as he did in Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul. But it just, he has a specific style, and it's cool to see that style that we've, again, watched with Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad being a grounded, like, cartel, like, fucking dark, dreary universe set in this more, I mean, it's still Albuquerque, but it's sci-fi now, and there's a crazy premise going on. And yeah, I'm super invested in this. It's interesting because I'm watching this with my fiance. She does not like Carol, the main character. She's like, she's frustrating. She's like, I understand why she's doing what she's doing, but it's still frustrating to watch. And like, she's just, you know, she's like, I can empathize. Like, I understand, you know, like why she's acting out and how she is reacting. But as a viewer, you're still like, man, chill the fuck out, you know? Whereas for me, I really like Carol as a character. And again, I empathize, and I feel like I would be acting a very similar way. Yeah. Again, it's kind of difficult to talk about, again, from a premise perspective, just because I think the reveal is so cool and it happens so fast. And again, it makes your mind start racing immediately. It's cool.
It's really cool how deep it is. That's always something that impressed me about Severance, is that there's this, you really it's very thoughtful on a very deep level. And they show you how deep it is because they pretty much reveal how it happens in the first, as you mentioned, 20 minutes, how it happens on a deep level. Like, because you're not then asking the question, if they just introduce Carol right away as an example, they're not just saying, you're kind of wondering as an audience, but how, like, you're like, what, but how did it penetrate all levels of human race this to this extent? Like, you were kind of questioning it. You don't have to question it. They explain it pretty beat for beat. And I will point out, that's a great point about Vince Gilligan, like his style of, even the way he does dialogue and the way he holds shots. And there's this element of, in the very beginning, I just think about those big satellites and how it's shot with those two guys standing there smoking. And they got that, or they're not smoking, so they're like playing soccer or something, football or something. And they've got like, there's just an element of them, they're just sitting there, they're talking, and there's just this, I don't know, there's a patience in the cinematography. Which is really great. The director of photography, it seems like they used Paul Donashi. He's part of Better Call Saul and El Camino. Okay. He was El Camino. He was a camera operator though, and in Better Call Saul, he was a director of photography. But they might have used more than one DP, as they say in the business. You know,
double penetration.
Yeah. Right. But yeah. Yeah, it's really great. This is probably going to be, I don't know, we'll see, because Severance was really great. I'm curious to see if it would be my show of the year for this like full calendar year, like 2025. I'm trying to think back on what other show.
Andor season 2, man.
So Andor season 2 is so good. Yeah, we're really early days in this too.
Yeah, it's my favorite by far in this year. I know, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's excellent. It's crazy. So, the Star Wars thing, your favorite thing of the year.
I know. What? But no, I love Andor. I mean, anytime I talk about Andor, I get way too excited and I want people to watch it. No one's watching it. No one's watching it. I
still can't believe did you end up watching Rogue One?
Oh no, I totally forgot.
Oh man.
Because I didn't have Disney Plus anymore. Wait, no, did I? I did.
I don't know.
Anyways, I gotta jump in and maybe I'll watch it tonight. Probably not. I'll watch it.
It's the back-to-back aspect though.
Yeah. I'm gonna rewatch the last episode of Andor again, and then I'll just hop into it.
Yeah. That's good. Cool, man. Anything else about Pluribus you want to mention?
No. Again, I think this is very interesting. Again, like, I don't think I can say this is the best show of the year yet, but again, we're only 3 episodes in. But I'm more saying like it's going to be a contender for the best show of the year, potentially for me, just based on how the first 2 episodes for me are just really majestic. The budget is crazy in some aspects. Like, there's a lot of weird, like, practical things that are done. Like, there's not a lot of CG. There's a lot of crazy stuff that happens. And I'm like, how does this track? Like, how did you do this? There's like a lot of really cool, there's a scene in the very beginning in the first like 30, 40 minutes with the plane.
That's really great. I don't think that's necessarily a high budget thing, but it's like there's like almost like a tableau. I don't know if you've done that in school. That's kind of fun. There's a lot of really cool things. Sorry, I interrupted you. Go on.
No. Yeah, no, I agree completely. I think that's pretty much all I got to say. I can't wait to keep watching this. I'm going to stay on top of this. It's actually, no, I do have one other thing to say. Because we talked about like how it lays everything out in front of you, and it's interesting because it's done kind of it literally is exposition, I guess, but because it's so well written, it works. And I want to kind of compare this to the It series, like Welcome to Derry, because I've been watching it, and I think I don't necessarily love this show, which is kind of a bummer. I want to like it more. And I think the big issue with it is, again, I was talking about how there's like these additional plot threads and like additional mysteries that they're adding with like the military aspect and everything. But there are these like points where the exposition is so heavy handed and so given to the viewer. And it's like, it made me kind of think about like, why is Pluribus, again, still exposition heavy, not bothering me in a way that Welcome to Derry is with its exposition. And I just think, again, it's just the writing quality. It's nowhere near. And I think Welcome to Derry coming out with all of these other fantastic shows that have released this year, it really makes me be, unfortunately, a little bit harder on it than I want to be. But hey, that's showbiz, baby.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know what you mean by exposition heavy for Pluribus. Like, how is exposition heavy for you? How?
In the way of like, it explains exactly how it happened. Like what's happening. Like, this is what we did. This is how we took control of the governments in this order.
But they showed, not told. They didn't explain it by telling you it by narration, or they just showed you what happened.
Yeah. Oh, I guess it's not narration. But it's in conversation.
Oh,
kind of.
But I feel like there was like the full
there is a show
sequence of the entire show is completely silent.
Yeah.
Like in some way, there is no exposition at all. It's actually remarkable. Actually, they don't. They're not keeping the mystery alive, certainly. But I think unless we have a different definition of exposition, maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah. No. Maybe I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm explaining this poorly. But there are just lines of dialogue where they'll say like, "This is how we did it," and again, it somehow works in the show compared to Welcome to Derry.
Yeah.
But anyways. Actually, there's one other thing I watched before we kind of like fold into the Predator talk. I watched Rachel Sennett's new show, I Love LA.
Oh, sweet. What'd you think?
I watched the first 2 episodes with my fiance. I really like it. I really like Rachel Sennett as an actor. I really like her writing style. I think she's very funny. I think Bottoms is one of the funniest movies in the last couple of years with her and Ayo Edebiri. And I think this show is really good. And it's funny because it's a bunch of unlikable characters again, except for Josh Hutcherson. He was kind of like the straight man and you just kind of like him. Yeah. These like over the top, like LA people that are honestly like frustrating to watch. But the difference is this show is really funny. So like, although you don't necessarily like all the characters, the situations that they're in and what they're doing is genuinely hilarious. So I have buy-in there. It's reviewed quite well critically. Audience score is not great though. It's in like the 50s. So I'm kind of worried. I hope it doesn't get canceled. Because again, me and my fiance are really enjoying it. It's an interesting premise. It's like Rachel Sennett is like living in LA. She works for like this like agency that like, helps influencers grow. And she's kind of just a secretary there. And she kind of wants to move up in the company to be like an actual agent. And then her old friend that she doesn't talk to anymore, who she like kind of helped rise to stardom and become an influencer like 5 years prior, is in her perspective making it big. So she's kind of like frustrated, like what the fuck? Like, I helped her get to this point and she's like never talking to me, yada, yada, yada. And then that friend comes back. And that's kind of the setup of the show. And it's like, do they have like a good relationship? Is it kind of like a toxic relationship between these two friends? And, again, the situations they find themselves in is kind of absurd. And again, I'm really enjoying it. I think this is fun. A new episode tonight. So I'll watch that with my fiance as well. And then obviously Chair Company is still really good too. So,
Sweet.
anyways,
Nice.
yeah, cool. Now leading up to Predator Badlands, Simon, I watched a couple of things because I've watched Predator, the original Predator, and I watched Predators, and then obviously
Nice.
I watched Prey. I never watched
Right.
Predator 2. I've never watched The Predator, and I've never watched Predator Killer of Killers because I didn't have Disney Plus at the time.
Where
So I
there's
got
a movie
Disney-
called The Predator?
Yeah, it's 2018. I didn't watch that one yet. Apparently, it's
That
really
one, I
bad.
don't. Wait. Oh, maybe we did talk about this at one point.
Yeah.
Oh, 2018. That's recent. Jeez,
Yeah, I know.
Louise,
I think Olivia Munn's in
34%.
that. Yeah. Apparently, it's not good. I'll watch it. Maybe we'll see. But I was like, I may as well fill in a couple of the gaps. So I decided to watch Predator 2 first. And Predator 2 is an interesting movie. It's Danny Glover from, I don't know, it came in the early 90s, I want to say. And this movie is interesting because it's very campy and absurd and over the top, especially when you compare it to like Predator and Prey and Predators. But there's like this, like, I don't know, it's really fun because it's like this cop, Danny Glover's this like over the top detective in, I think, LA or wherever the hell it is. And there's like crazy riots and gang wars going on. And while this is all happening, there's a predator in the city just murdering people. And he's like trying to figure out like what's happening, what's all this weird shit. And then there's like a voodoo gang and everything. So it gets really weird and wacky, but it's still like a really fun movie. And it's cool because they have a lot of, it sets up a lot of things like Predator lore of how like the Predator can actually talk in a weird way and like say specific things or mimic people's voices. They can, kind of highlights, different styles of fighting and different types of predators that might be there. And it also, has a couple of like, what's like things that it'll show up in later movies as an example. Like a gun from like the 1700s as an example is like shown at the end, which is then referenced in Predator Killer of Killers, which is the Dan Trachtenberg animated Predator movie that came out earlier this year. So Predator 2, really fun. It's a good watch. I don't love it. I think it's my least favorite Predator movie, but it's still really fun and it's a cool idea. And again, just like Danny Glover gives it his all. He's just like, this fucking thing. Just like everyone's giving their 110%. Everyone's almost like a caricature in a weird way. But again, it adds to the intrigue. And, I was like, cool, I really want to watch Predator Killer of Killers because, again, Dan Trachtenberg, he's the guy that did Prey. He's the guy that just did Predator Badlands. So I watched it just leading into Predator Badlands. And this is really cool because it's this animated movie in the style of like Arcane, like Netflix's Arcane, that League of Legends show. I think that's probably the biggest comparison in that animation style. And it's this anthology movie, 3 distinct stories and how it almost intersects. So there's like a story of like a Viking, going to like essentially on a revenge quest, trying to kill someone. And then a predator shows up there. And then there's like a samurai plot line. And then a World War II, like fighter jet, pilot. And it's just like, you're watching these 3 distinct stories kind of happen and then intersect at the end of the movie. And again, I don't want to necessarily spoil anything, but like it ends on a very satisfying note. And there's a lot of nods to the previous movies, specifically Predator, Predator 2, and Prey. And like a couple of Easter eggs that show up where I was like, I'm really glad I actually watched Predator 2 literally just before it, because I was like, oh, damn, that's from the movie I literally just watched like 10 minutes ago. I think the animation style is super cool. It's R-rated. It's super bloody and gory and just fun. And I really enjoyed it. I thought I think it might be the best Predator movie in the sense of just like how interesting it is and like how much of a cool plot it is. And you can kind of get a little bit more wacky on time period and, I guess the combat. Because it is an animated movie, you can have these like technically 4 very distinct, what's the word I'm looking for? Settings. And somehow it all works in the movie.
Yeah, not worry about budget, because you can always make it work theoretically, but how much are you going to spend? That's the problem.
Exactly. Yeah. So like you can go over the top, and again, like each anthology is also very different in not the animation style, but like the writing style. Like the samurai one's essentially a silent film, which is really fucking cool. And then like the Viking one is like way more like, oh, like dark, like we are going to fucking fuck this guy up. They killed my family, yada yada yada. And then the World War II one's almost like a lighthearted comedy in a weird way. So, and then like the way, again, it all intersects at the end and somehow just works is fucking awesome. And yeah, I don't know, I really enjoyed it. And I'm curious, because I was watching that, I'm curious if they're going to touch on this when we jump into Predator Badlands. It doesn't seem like it did fully, but like it feels like they could kind of build to this wider, cooler universe and see almost like team ups with other actors from previous movies. I'm in it. I'm really liking it. But yeah, sorry, I kind of rambled there.
Oh, good. Very good. Okay.
Did you watch
move into
Predator Killer of Killers, by the way?
I have not. Seen it.
Definitely worth watching if you got Disney Plus right now.
Yeah. I got Disney Plus now. I've been struggling. I haven't gotten Netflix for many moons. I was going to get Netflix to watch Wednesday, finish Squid Game, but I just haven't had the chance because there's just so much stuff on the other streaming services. It's interesting. I wish that more people would cancel, come back, because it would kind of send a message to these streaming services in a deeper way that you kind of have to make really good content or you're out, you know?
Yeah.
But people forget, I think, a lot to cancel. So I think that's not a thing that, and I think they count on you forgetting. That's part of it. But yeah, it's cool. I do intend to watch Killer of Killers now because you just had such high praise for it. Then Trachtenberg, obviously, directed, as you just mentioned, Predator Badlands, which we just saw in theaters. And it's reviewed very well. People are calling it woke online.
That's great. Cool. Dude, you called this. When we left the theater, you're like, oh, I feel like people are going to think this is woke. I'm like, how? I just don't get it. Whatever, who cares?
It's good stuff. But this one's cool. I think this is was this the first movie that they called or maybe they did it in Killer of Killers? Is this the first time we get a name for the race of predators?
The first time they say it in a movie, yeah. Okay. But like the lore online, you know that the race is Yautja because they have comic books and stuff. But the first time in a movie where they specifically say that the race is Yautja.
But this one does not take place on Earth in any way. And it takes place on the Yautja Prime, like the home planet, and then elsewhere. And which is kind of neat, I think. And this particular character is going on this, like, I guess, self-realization journey to a very dangerous planet, as you mentioned, similar to Kong Skull Island, which I think is an interesting call-out that I didn't think of. That's pretty neat. I would agree. And then he's going to this very dangerous planet to hunt this very dangerous beast to prove to his tribe that he's worthy or whatever. And then Elle Fanning's in it as a synth, which is interesting, from Wayland Yutani. So they're really connecting the alien universe in an actual competent way this time, which is kind of fun. And I think Elle Fanning kills it. And I think that it's largely, I thought it was great. I think it was a really fun time. I think there are a few jump the shark moments for my tastes, but it doesn't really affect the plot in any serious way. It ain't, companion. Is what I'm going to say. It's not completely destroying the plot by making these ridiculous holes. There's just like a few things with like the final battle that I found hokey for my taste. But I thought overall, this movie was really well shot. I thought the CG was great. I think the prosthetics were amazing. I think the acting was really good. I thought it was really funny at various times and
shockingly.
Yeah. And I really loved it. I think it was great. It was a really fun time overall. What do you think? Because you came off all these Predator movies. You got the best perspective possible. I feel
like I agree with everything you just said, man. There's like this almost heartfelt nature to the movie because you're watching these like
misfits,
essentially enemies to friends sort of thing play out.
It's a buddy movie. Yeah,
it is. It's like a buddy cop movie, kind of. Yeah, like
a buddy comedy in some weird way.
Yeah. And it was just like a really fun time. I do agree with you. Yeah. Like there are moments where like upon like, thinking about it, like, yeah, there are moments specifically in like the action scenes where it's almost like, I think at the end specifically where it just seems like a little bit funky, but there are these like really awesome action scenes because I guess they're willing to take it that far. And again, coming from
that I don't necessarily. I think they're willing to do really good action sequences, and then they're also willing to make you suspend disbelief too much. Because like I feel like one of the best action sequences is in the middle of the movie. Actually, there's like a really great sequence, and I think that moment doesn't jump the shark. Like it's realistic. I don't know. There's just like moments where I'm just like, this is kind of unrealistic for the plot you set up in your in-universe situation. But I don't want to talk too much about that because I really like it. So I think I rather talk about the positives because I think it's mostly positive. Sorry I also, before we go, I just want to say Demetrius Schuster is a Kutamungi. He's from, I think, New Zealand. Mm-hmm. Like he plays Kolomatangi. Kolomatangi is the Schuster Kolomatangi. He plays Deck. He's like the core character in the entire. I've never seen this guy. I've never seen him anywhere, and I think he did a great job. But there's also like that's prosthetics, right? Like it's incredible how much. Yeah, I'm not wrong. Is it somewhat CG maybe? And then it's
prosthetics, almost all of it except for his mouth. So like they CG'd the mouth movements and stuff like that. So I think he had like a mask, and like the eyes were all real, and like how that moved, they just left his mouth open so he could like say whatever stuff. I guess I don't even know if he's saying lines in the thing. And then they CG'd how the mouth moved. And it was interesting because Dan Trachtenberg kind of talked about it, like, this is the most a Youch has talked in a movie. It's like, how am I like, so they created, it seems like they created a language for this. And then he also had to figure out how he's going to make the CG look like the mouth is making these words. So like there was a lot of thought put into it. And I think, again, like it looks so good. There's not a single, I feel like a lot of the times, you can watch a movie, even like Marvel movies most recently, where you're like, CG's looking a little rough and you can kind of see through it. There wasn't a single moment in this movie where I'm like, oof. Like I had total buy-in. I think visually this movie Disney is too. Stunning. Yeah, it is. And this movie is just visually stunning from, start to finish. And I just love, again, the way the story goes. And it's really cool with the character of Deck. It's like he like biologically acts a certain way because of how, not necessarily because, the race that he is, but also, how he's been raised and everything. So there are moments where you think he's going to react in this way because that's how a human would. And he just simply doesn't. And you're like, oh man, and it makes for like these comedic moments, but also it's like, yeah, that makes sense because he's a fucking predator. And like all he's thinking about is like, I must kill. And I don't know, there's a lot of really awesome moments in the way, even the way that the relationship is built between him and Elle Fanning's like synth character and how they like essentially get over the initial hump of like, why would they work together is really clever, I think. And again, there's a lot of these really like awesome moments. There's a lot of cute little characters as well, which kind of reminds me a little bit of like Star Wars in a weird way, where it's like, there's a cute little, there's like a baby Yoda, or there's that weird alien in Rise of Skywalker, the cute mechanic alien. There is like that element to it. But I don't mind that. It adds levity to this fairly dire movie because literally when Deck lands on this planet, everything is trying to kill him, and it's relentless. And it's like right off the bat, he loses any advantage. It's funny actually sometimes
too how crazy the planet is.
Mm-hmm. And I think I just think it's really well done. And like to see him kind of adapting on the fly to these specific situations, I'm like, man, this is really cool. And again, there's like a lot of cool ideas. Like, there's like grass, but it's like the grass is literally just like sharp blades.
It's almost a joke. That's what's funny about it. It's like, of course it is. Every time there's some crazy thing on this planet, I'm like, of course.
And it's just, you still have buy-in to it. So yeah, I think this movie is like it's a really, really fun movie with like a lot of heart, and it's well written and well done. Obviously, again, there's a couple of moments where you're like, okay, like you mentioned, like jump the shark moments where you need like a suspension of disbelief, but I still think it works as a whole. And I'm curious to see, like, are they going to just kind of continue this? Are they going to go the route of like the other Predator movies where it's all essentially like a anthology, you know, there's different Predators in different places, or are they actually going to make like a proper sequel to this? Are they going to connect this with like the Alien Romulus, you know, universe? Like there's a lot more questions now. And again, like even like Prey, it's like, are you going to bring that sort of character back? Like what's going to happen there? I don't know. But it is really fun, and it seems like Dan Trachtenberg, the first time I heard of him was with Prey. It seems like he loves this franchise, loves the source material, and he's in his element because he's now made 3 movies, all 3 in this Predator universe, and all 3 are really freaking good. So, yeah. I really loved it. I would highly recommend this movie, and it's nice to see again. It seems to be doing relatively well, all things considered. Again, biggest Predator opening. And doing relatively well.
Yeah, there's an element of this movie, like Elle Fanning's character and like and Deck, like Demetrius's character, like they have like this, they're rubbing off of each other on each other throughout the movie. But my fiance, when we exited the movie, all 3 of us, she's like, this is almost like a James Gunn movie. It's almost like a Guardians of the Galaxy like film, because there's just a bunch of misfits coming together, and they're learning, like they're kind of getting into like self-realization. There's like a deeper element of what they learn about themselves. So that's where people might call it woke, I guess. Like that's why they're doing that.
It's woke like, to look inward.
The Predator's not just going to kill things aimlessly. Oh, we're going to develop his character. Oh, you know, that's the problem, I think, is like they're developing his character into a
character development is very woke. You are correct about that.
Positively, though, in a positive way. I guess character development in a positive way could be woke. If anybody's nice, right? That was the criticism of Superman, is that Superman is a nice guy. Can't have nice. That's not allowed. Kindness is a weakness. And so that's kind of the problem. But this problem, quote unquote, in that sphere, not for me. But yeah, so I thought that was really the interesting, wholesome aspect of it. You said it has a lot of heart. And I think James Gunn's films have a lot of heart. And I feel like this movie especially, like Prey doesn't have any of that. It's just somebody, it has heart, but it's not in that level. Like there's not characters connecting in that way. And there's like that connection of developing characters kind of on as they go down a path in a kind of divergent way from where they initially started, like each character changing as the movie goes on. I feel like it did that very well. And then I don't know if we mentioned this yet, but you mentioned this to me before, and you mentioned this on the podcast, but the violence in it is incredibly intense. And you mentioned, I think it was the last episode, in episode 122, that it's not a rated R movie because there's no humans dying in a gory way, but there's a lot of synths dying. And that's like a creative way to do this properly, is that you have synths and random monsters being gorily destroyed and dismembered, but that's okay. That's okay for the rating.
Yeah.
And that's hilarious because it's just a little bit silly in some way, but I think it works.
Good loophole.
I mean,
yeah,
a little loophole to follow, but the violence and the action choreography is pretty entertaining throughout. But I liked it a lot.
I liked it a lot
it's a
too.
4 out of 5 for me.
Same here, man.
Letterboxd.
It's a 4 out of 5 on my end as well. Fantastic. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I'm excited to see what more Dan Trachtenberg will do. Again, watching Predator, Killer of Killers, and then obviously watched Prey when that came out. This might be my least favorite of the 3, but that doesn't mean that it's bad by any means. Like I think they're all fucking awesome, and I recommend all 3 of those movies.
I wonder if because he's connected now to Alien, is this the first one he's done that's kind of connected to Alien? Like the Alien universe? Did he connect it in Killer of Killers? I don't believe
think there is there's a reference in Killer of Killers, if I recall correctly, but not like a full connection. This one is like a definite connection. Oh, that's actually one thing that I meant to mention about Predator 2 is that there is like a direct connection to the Alien universe in Predator 2, like that early.
Is there?
Yeah, it's interesting.
Predator 2 takes place in the city in the 90s. It obviously is from the 90s, but okay.
Yeah. And like almost like an alternate like Earth.
What city?
I want to say LA.
So it's like an alternate LA.
Yeah, because there's like gang wars going galore. It's nuts.
Okay, because I'm always curious about, because Predator always felt more grounded, like the first Predator movie, like in our world in the 80s. So when Predator lands, it's just in the jungle and they're fighting him, and it's like nothing is really getting revealed to the rest of the world that this exists. It's not really that. It's not about that. But in this, there's like, when you connect Alien, like those corporations have some serious technology and serious AI, and they're really advanced. So I'm always curious about when. Like, also, when is this Yautja situation with Badlands? Like, they didn't give us a date, did they?
Yeah, no, they don't. So they don't specifically say it, but I think Dan Trachtenberg said it in an interview. Let me find it. I want to say it's something like a couple centuries after, like Alien 4 or something like that.
Oh,
Badlands.
Sorry, where's Alien 4 in the timeline? I don't know.
So apparently it's the furthest into the future of the Predator and Alien franchise. While an exact year isn't specified, it is set beyond the year 2381, which was the setting for Alien Resurrection. The director intentionally set it so far in the future to avoid any continuity conflicts with recent and upcoming projects.
Smart man.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. But you also said, do you think, or you're kind of questioning whether they might continue this? It seems like this Predator Badlands, do you think there'll be a Predator Badlands 2 based on the ending? It seems like they set it up for a potential sequel. It seems very plausible based on how well it's doing that they will do that. It's funny, Prey never went to theaters, right? If I recall correctly, it went straight to Disney Plus, which is a shame because that film is really great. I think I like Prey better.
Yeah, me too.
Than this one. But they're both, again, as you mentioned, they're both great. I'm curious, like there must be a sequel in the works. I think Predator Badlands 2. Mm-hmm. That was a funny thing actually about the movie. Is in the beginning, the first title card is like Predator Badlands. It's like all rights reserved for Fox. Like Jesus Christ. Like okay, we get it. There was like I don't know if I've recalled it that in recent memory. That deliberately like protecting their licensing in a title card. Like we understand. You don't have to go all out with that. It was very strange. I like chuckled to myself a little bit when I saw that on the screen. Mm-hmm. But yeah, sequel happening. Yes,
I would hope so. I guess it depends on how well it does financially.
Yeah. Well, so far so good. So yeah. I guess we'll see. You looking it up?
Yeah.
Okay. I will wait for you to look it up then. I was going to, but I got... I actually have Box Office Mojo right here. You know what's crazy? Just while you're looking this up, do you know what the top grossing movie of 2025 is? I wanted to like a question for you. I don't know if we addressed this
grossing
on this podcast.
No, I don't. I don't know why I want to say Sinners, but I don't think
not even close. Sinners is very far from that. Take another guess. Just one more crack at it, just in case you can nail it, or you nail one of the movies. There's so many huge movies that were bigger than Sinners for sales. One of the which you liked a lot and you saw in theaters.
Did we watch it? Did we watch the movie?
Yeah, we saw it in theaters together. No. We did not see it. You wouldn't guess the number one, but I always thought you would get closer to the top. You did see one of them on streaming service Disney Plus. It's the second top grossing movie of this year. Of all time of this year.
Lilo and Stitch.
Lilo and Stitch is the second. So the other one I thought you would have guessed was a Minecraft movie because it's crazy. And Jurassic World Rebirth is number 4, but number 1 is Niza 2. From China.
That Chinese movie.
$1.9 billion, dude. It is crazy. Crazy how well it did. Anyway, what did you discover about Badlands?
So as of right now, this is from Wikipedia, 136.6 million worldwide against a $105 million budget. So.
Okay.
Hopefully it continues to go up, but we'll see.
Maybe the anti-woke warriors will win out on this one.
Yeah, who knows? Oh, yeah, by the way, Elle Fanning's character is named Thea. We didn't mention that. So Thea and Deck.
Yeah. She was really great.
He was really good, man.
She's blowing up. She's just showing up in more things than I've seen her in before this year. It seems like this year there's like a few.
Death Stranding 2, this movie.
There's this, but there's another movie she's in. I can't remember now what it was, but I just saw her in an interview for that movie, if I recall correctly. She was also in A Complete Unknown last year as well, like the
Sentimental Value. I remember seeing the trailer for this. Just rated very
Sentimental
well.
Value. That's the one. The one with it's with Stellan Skarsgård.
Yeah, sorry, Stellan. Jesus.
Yeah,
one of the Skarsgårds.
There's so many of them. Stellan's my favorite though, by a bit of a margin. He's so great. He's so great. Okay, I think it's time, Adrian. It's time now to move on to a segment of our show that I like to call A Look to the Future. What? A portion of our podcast where each of us present at least 3 of our picks for the TV series or movies that look most interesting to us that are releasing between November 18th and December 1st, 2025.
Cool. Are we doing the guessing thing, but trying to make it, but not really doing a competition, just like trying to make the other person guess?
Yes, you can't, no more than like 20 seconds for the actual description of them. So what we were doing basically with this is we're picking obviously picks of things that are coming out within that 2-week period. But in this case, we're just going to, you're going to talk about the description in a kind of a little bit of an obfuscation of facts way. And then I'll jump in and try to guess it before you say the answer, basically. And then that's it.
Okay, cool. Cool, man. Awesome.
Cool.
So you want me to go first? Is that customary?
Yes, as is customary. Yes.
Okay, cool.
That's right.
Cool.
Yeah. It's
a Netflix show starring Ted Danson going into its 2nd season, releasing on November 20th.
Right. Man on the Inside, season 2.
You got it, dude. You got it.
There you go.
Yeah, I got to watch the trailer. I'll watch that after we finish recording because I'm curious.
Yeah, it looks pretty interesting. Like what they're doing with the direction they're going. I think also the shackles, being shackled by dementia, it isn't maybe the best topic for comedy. So it's nice to get out of that realm. And I think that's probably why you didn't like it that much, if I'm guessing, because you were saying you didn't think it was that funny. And I think that's probably why, because it was shackled by Alzheimer's as a core topic on a consistent basis.
Yeah, it was more sad than funny. And I think that was kind of my biggest issue.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. My pick is a film in which Paul Mescal plays a very, very famous playwright. And we also have Jessie Buckley in there, who I know her from many things, including Men, the film by Alex Garland. And, of course, more recently I watched Fargo Season 4, and she was great in that, by the way. Jessie Buckley. Anyway, the movie is Hamnet, and it's a movie about William Shakespeare.
Oh.
As he, I think he loses his son or something, and then he writes Hamlet, if I recall correctly. But this will be probably an Oscar bait type movie. Yeah. I feel like that's almost a derogatory term, but I feel like it's going to be a good film for the Oscars kind of season, the award season, which is fast approaching.
November 27th says on the
November 26th is what I have. Oh, why do you have the 27th?
I don't know. It just says 27th Canada when I Google it.
Oh.
This is Chloe Zhao.
Oh, yeah. It's also directed by Chloe Zhao. What a mistake that was. I didn't mention that. Yeah, good call.
It's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. It's I couldn't give a fuck about this, I'll be honest with you.
It does say 27th. It does say 27th. I don't know why it says on this. It says November 26th. I have no idea. It's funny. I clicked the Rotten Tomatoes link and then it says 26th, but
yeah.
But yeah, this is I think this is going to be sad.
I just don't care about this kind of just doesn't seem up my alley. It's like Nia DaCosta's period piece film that came out. I'm sure it's good. I like Nia DaCosta as a director because of Candyman. She's like, I'm not going to watch that fucking thing. It's not for me. I have never seen Paul Mescal in anything. This guy just kind of blew up in the 2020s. He's in a bunch of stuff. I've never seen him in a single thing. Where did he come from? I don't know. I'm sure he's a good actor, but I haven't seen him in a single thing.
Yeah, the biggest thing he is in, I think, is got to be Gladiator 2, right? But presumably. Before that, I think he came from independent films, small.
Oh,
sorry, what'd you say?
Like Broadway, plays.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know.
I find him more interesting than Jacob Elordi personally, but people love Jacob Elordi. I'm
Jacob
so
Elordi.
bothered by the fact that he said that DC Universe is dark. I just can't believe that. And then he's in the darkest movies and TV shows. I don't understand how you can think Superman is dark. I don't know. It doesn't seem like he was joking. Anyway, but that's kind of where I think Paul Mescal's in a bunch of indie films. Hamnet was around for a while. Is it based on a play? I don't understand Hamnet. I'm trying to look this up. The reason why I'm confused about Hamnet, and it's my ignorance on this topic, is that Hamlet's about Hamlet, like Shakespeare writing Hamlet. The problem is that didn't people think that like Shakespeare maybe didn't write the plays? Like there was this controversy. Like there's like these conspiracy theories that he didn't write all the stuff. Like, do they know that much about his life that we know the touching story of how he wrote Hamlet?
I have no idea, dude.
That's the weird thing about it. I'd have to look more into this. But anyway, that's Hamnet coming out to a theater near you. Your pick, sir?
My God. Yeah, so my pick, my friend, is going to be a sequel to a musical based on a play.
Wicked for Good.
Yeah, dude, you got it.
Coming out on November 21st.
Yeah, with Marinara Grande and Cynthia Erivo.
Are you excited for this at all?
No, I haven't watched the first one. My friend Andrew Sinnott, I don't know if I should say his full name. Doesn't really matter. Who cares? My friend Sinnott, he really loved the first Wicked movie, and he's like, oh, we should watch it, do a double feature, and you guys can watch the first movie, and then we can go watch the second movie together.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I might do that with him. And
does he like musicals? Wife. Like generally, is that a thing that he enjoys? Does he like Wicked the musical in like Broadway or something like that? Has he seen the play?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay,
I think he just watched it and he was like, "This good." I remember I was driving home from somewhere and he was just calling me. I like answered the phone in my car and he's like, "Hey." I'm like, "Hey man, how's it going?" And he's like, "Yeah, I just wanted to call you. I wanted to tell you about a movie I think you would really enjoy. I just got out of the theater. I just watched Wicked with my wife. You and Cassandra should watch it. I feel like you guys would really like it." And he specifically called me after coming out of the theater just to tell me that.
He really liked it.
I feel bad. I never watched it. I haven't watched it.
You didn't take his recommendation.
No, I'm a bad friend.
I mean, look, I recommended Inglourious Bastards to you. You still haven't seen it, so it is what it is.
It's not on any streaming services. I guess I can just rent it.
It isn't. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, that sucks.
You know what I am going to watch, even though you technically didn't recommend this to me, but since I got Apple TV anyways, I think I'm going to watch Slow Horses, dude.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, you've talked so highly of it. And
I do love it a lot, yeah.
Because like right now, again, I don't know. I don't watch too many shows by myself.
Yeah.
But I feel like that might be a show where, maybe when I'm eating a meal.
I watched that by myself. I don't know if I said that. Yeah. I didn't. I don't know why I didn't get buy-in from my fiance on that one. I'm not sure why though. It's very entertaining and it's a comedy. It feels like a popcorn show. The dialogue is so tight. It's just really great. I haven't watched the 5th season yet. I'm just kind of wait because there's only 6 episodes per season. There's such small seasons because the BBC UK style of television making.
Is it?
Sorry.
Is it a half hour or is it an hour long episode?
No, it's an hour.
Okay, so it's not a comedy. Can't be a comedy if it's an hour.
Oh, I see. Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, cool.
The weird thing about that, Will Smith, the creator of that show, no relation, different guy, but the British Will Smith, he left the show for the next season, which is unfortunate, and I'm wondering how it's going to be like perceived for the next seasons because this show keeps going. Gary Oldman's like saying that he just wants to keep going because it is really great. But I don't know if I said this on our podcast, but I'm kind of disappointed that Will Smith is. I didn't know what show you were going to say. I thought you were going to say For All Mankind. That's why I thought, or Silo, which I really love as well, or Dark Matter's really great too. There's so many of these good science fiction shows are really great, but Slow Horses is really excellent. It's just Slow Horses is one of those shows you can just jump into and you're kind of like, well, I wonder where these characters are at now. And there's like these little tight mysteries in each season, and then you're like just interested in the plot of the actual season, and they're kind of just complete in each season. And you can kind of let it go for a while and then come back to it. And the characters are the same, and it's really cool. I really like it. But anyway, okay, moving on. Is it my turn or yours? It's my turn. This film is a independent film, maybe an Oscar bait type movie as well. Stars Brendan Fraser.
Rental Family.
He
coming
goes
out
to Japan.
on November 21st.
Correct. You got that one down. Very good. Okay. That one looks interesting. I don't know if I'll see it, but it looks kind of sad again.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm going to be in the mood this year to watch that, but hey.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's like this cultural thing apparently in Japan. I don't know if it's in other places as well, where you essentially like rent a person, quote unquote, to fill in a specific void in your life. So maybe you just need a friend. So you like hire someone to just be your friend for a day and talk to you.
This is real?
Event. Yeah, this is a real thing that happens.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. At least I think it is. I saw like a mini, not even a mini documentary, like just like a 3-4 minute YouTube video about it.
Oh, okay.
About this
That's interesting.
guy that essentially he like gets rented out to be a friend with people for a day, and like he'll like go and do nothing. Like they'll just sit at a restaurant and talk for however much and just listen to people's problems. So it seems to be like an interesting thing. And yeah, again, this seems like heartfelt. I don't know if I'm in the mood to watch something like this though.
Yeah.
That's kind of the issue. But it looks good.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, your pick.
Yeah, so my next pick is a sequel to a movie that came out like a couple of years ago. That was very much like, this is John Wick, but World War II.
Sisu, Road to Revenge. Sorry, you can keep doing your description now.
Road to Vengeance.
Road to Vengeance. Oh, shit. But yeah. It's like, what were you saying? It's like John Wick?
Yeah, because like that's how it was marketed, is like, this is an action movie, John Wick, but in World War II, old man. And it really isn't. I thought the first movie was fine when I watched it. I enjoyed it enough. But yeah, like again, I was going in expecting something different. And there were action set pieces, just it was far slower and more plotting than I was expecting. So but the same thing with this trailer. It's shown like this is action heavy, crazy stuff. I'm like, is it again going to be the same where it's like the trailer shows something different, or are they actually going in the way of just like making this an action packed crazy romp? It's rated very well. I think it's like a 90 something on Rotten Tomatoes last time I checked. So,
oh wow, that's good.
Yeah. So
I'm not seeing that here. Why is my?
Oh no, it is Road to Revenge. You are right. I corrected you, and my correction.
Oh, it's Road to Revenge. I was just trying to find the where we are on November 21st, and my I forgot like a website I go to. It's not showing up. Oh well, whatever.
I got it straight from Cineplex.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Road to Revenge. Yeah, this one's got more American actors in it playing like European roles, which I think is interesting. But that's crazy. 90%.
It's 95. The first one was 94.
Whoa. Yeah. All right. Good for that. Yeah, I was trying to look up. What I was trying to look up was the name of the Stephen Lang, which I thought was interesting. Stephen Lang from Avatar is in it, playing a man named Igor. Anyway, okay, we got. I didn't even realize this movie was. I didn't have this written down, and when I was looking for Sisu, I found it. This is an action comedy starring Mark Wahlberg and Michelle Monaghan.
Oh, is this Family Plan 2?
Right. Apparently, Michelle Monaghan is in the same position she is in a similar way to. I didn't realize this until I could just watch the Mission Impossible movies again, but she's in the same situation as in Mission Impossible 3 in some way, and that she's like kind of thrown asunder by like a person she doesn't realize is a spy. Mm-hmm. This is a Christmas themed version, though.
Mm-hmm. And it's also this is Apple TV Plus as well.
Yeah, this is weird. The description is on this website. It says Mark Wahlberg and Michelle Monaghan return for a Christmas themed sequel to their not very good 2023 film. That's a little harsh. Whoa, that's funny. The Family Plan's 39 on Metacritic.
Nice.
Okay. Not well reviewed. These guys are critical. Judgy. A little judgy. All right. I wasn't going to say that one. What's your next one?
Cool. My next one is a movie that we actually had the possibility of seeing.
Eternity.
Yeah, dude. It's interesting. So Cineplex is doing this really cool thing now where every Monday you can go and watch a mystery movie that's soon to be released for like a reduced price, but you don't know what the movie is until you're in your seat and it starts playing. Right. And this Eternity movie, this is an A24 movie. It seems quite interesting because it's Elizabeth Olsen, and the premise is that she lost her first husband Like she was widowed. He passed away, and then she found a second love of her life. And when they died, they're in like a heaven sort of style thing, an afterlife. And now she has both her loves, like her first husband and her second husband, there being like, hey, you should be with me. And I feel like that's a really interesting premise. It's kind of sad in a weird way.
Yeah, it is.
But I think it's supposed to be like a comedy movie, and it's Miles Teller and Caleb Turner, who I'm not super familiar with. Where have I seen this guy?
I'm just looking up the director, David
maybe.
Frayne. I'm not really that familiar with his work either.
No.
The trailer did look good. I don't know if you said it already, but Eternity comes out on November 26th. It was cool that they were doing an advanced showing last week for a November 26th movie. That's pretty cool. I kind of regret not going just because I like the mystery of it. It was like, it would have been really fun to just sit in the theater and just see like a random film. But you were mentioning you were worried it was going to be a sequel, which I don't think they would have done that to us. Yeah. But it's cool that the Cineplex puts an A24 movie. Is that going to be that much of a wide release? Is it going to be at every Cineplex theater? It's pretty cool.
I don't know. Maybe.
Or maybe they were testing it to determine whether they wanted to buy it for a wide release, you know? Yeah. But how would you know? Like, unless you got somebody in the theater, like monitoring people's reactions, because you don't know what you're getting into in the first place. But yeah, you just have to be a Cineclub member, and you get, I hope they start doing this more. I hope they do it like once a quarter.
I think they're doing it like almost every week.
Every week?
I could be wrong. At least, because there's been 2 within this past month. Maybe it's every 2 weeks. I don't know. I don't remember.
Well, Eternity's a good one. That's like a really good one. I'm okay with watching any movie, to be honest. It is a little bit to go out of your way.
Oh, any movie? You want to watch a Serbian film? You want to watch that movie? You're okay with watching a Serbian film?
Well, sure. I was going to say...
Oh, you don't know what a Serbian film is. You should Google
What is that?
It's like one of the most like it's like I think like a crazy like fucked up like snuff film. It's like banned.
Oh, I think you were saying a Serbian film.
No, it's literally called a Serbian film.
Why? What's wrong with Serbian films? Is there a problem with the Serbian film industry? Stop disrespecting them. That's what I thought you were doing. Sorry.
No.
Okay, interesting. No, I didn't know that. It's a snuff film. Did you just say that?
So. I think so.
Oh shit!
It's
like Yo-Yo
Serbian film. It's a 2010 movie. Yeah, it's a Serbian exploitation psychological horror thriller film. Yeah.
What was that movie you kept? Gabby's Dollhouse. If it was Gabby's Dollhouse, I'd be pretty disappointed. I got to be real.
That'd be
you
funny
go there,
as fuck.
Spend $8.99. They wouldn't do that though. I think they wouldn't do that. I think they expect it's people who have a credit card. That's who they're inviting. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. You went for the last, so I'm going to go next. The next one is this is a really big one. Comes out on November 26th as well. It is a huge show on Netflix that has
I know what it
crazy D&D references constantly in it.
Gabby's Dollhouse 2, the series. No, Stranger Things season 5. It's coming out very soon.
First
I got to watch
episodes.
the finale of season 4. We're on the finale. It's 2.5 hours. It's a fucking movie.
Good timing, eh, man?
Yeah.
I love the finale of season 4, if I remember correctly.
Me too.
It was really good.
It's a romp, dude.
Wow.
It's an event. So
yeah, this is the first 4 episodes releasing on November 26th, which is really soon. I feel like I got to get Netflix at that point. That's going to be a zeitgeisty situation. I think people are going to be talking about it. I was going to hold off on Pluribus, by the way. I don't like week to week, as you know. And I've been watching Chair Company week to week, too, which I deeply regret. I should have just waited to the end. Also, Chair Company gets pretty crazy. This is a lot. There was like the last episode, I think it was the last episode, was deeply unsettling.
Yeah.
The whole thing was deeply unsettling.
Yeah. The ending of it was weird.
I don't know if it was the last episode. It was the one with involving a hospital.
Was that the last?
Is that the one before? Maybe that was the one before. Either way, I was deeply unsettled. There was like moments where I was very anxious. They're in this bar. I'm like, Jesus Christ! Like this is.
I think that was the last episode.
I was like, what is going on here? I was like, it's almost a horror. It's like Yes Man though. It's exactly like not Yes Man. Sorry. I love
Friendship.
You, Man. No, what? Jesus Christ! I just named 2 of the movies by Peyton Reed. I think.
Yeah, Friendship.
No, I Love You Man isn't Peyton Reed, is it? Friendship.
I don't know.
Okay, you got any more? Or are you done?
Yeah, I do. This is a sequel. Now the 3rd movie in this franchise of like this anthology detective mystery thing that's coming out. It stars former James Bond man that I can't think of the actor's name off the top of my head.
Former James Bond. Oh, wait. Knives Out is coming out?
Yeah.
What
Wake
the
Up
hell?
Dead Man.
I don't have that
Knives
written
Out.
here.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's the biggest movie you
use a
just...
different
What the hell, man? Is that
You
coming
gotta-
to theaters? Or
Yes.
it's a limited release? Oh, it's a limited release.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's coming
Because
to
it's not at the
theaters.
same time. It's not coming to Netflix right away.
Correct. It's coming to theaters November 26th and then coming on Netflix 2 weeks later, or just over 2 weeks later on December the 12th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So
it'll be
this one seems
following.
fun. I'd like to watch it. Daniel Craig.
Cool.
Oh my God. It was like driving me insane. I kept on wanting to say
sorry,
Daniel
I didn't
Radcliffe.
give you help.
Okay.
Yeah.
Daniel Radcliffe. I'm like, it's not fucking Radcliffe, but it is Daniel.
Oh, I did miss one. That's pretty huge. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I
and
know.
this will... Oh.
I know.
What is it? Guess it. before I say it.
Zootopia.
Yeah, okay. Good call.
Zootopia.
This is pretty huge because I believe, if I recall correctly, Disney had the industry had projected that Disney was going to hit the $4 billion mark at the box office when they released Zootopia, and they didn't even accommodate for Predator Badlands, which was
Predator.
interesting. So Predator kind of got them there. And so anyway, Zootopia 2, starring Jason Bateman, comes out, and Ginny Goodwin, who I've not seen in anything else since Once Upon a Time and Zootopia, which is interesting. Jennifer Goodwin. But yeah,
what did she do?
Are you excited for Zootopia 2? You liked Zootopia 1, right? Quite a bit.
I
right?
did. Yeah, I did. I don't know. There's still a few. I mean, I guess since I got Disney Plus, I can watch Inside Out 2 finally. But again, I just got to be in a mood. I don't know. I've been in like a weird mood on what I want to watch. I know I would love this, but I don't know if I'm going to go to rush to the theaters to watch this right now.
Okay. Anything you want to, based on what we just talked about, is there any crucial one that you want to see, or is there something from a few weeks ago that you want to see that you're keen on for the next couple weeks?
I mean, obviously I still want to watch Running Man.
Right.
With my boy Glenn. I'm sad that I didn't watch it. I still want to watch Black Phone 2, but it's already out digitally.
Oh.
So I'm like, is it still in theaters? It might be. I don't know.
I wonder how well that did.
I don't know.
But,
I think by all accounts, like a lot of these horror movies, they don't, I mean, they're not high budget. So I feel like typically they'll do well. Keeper, I'm definitely interested in, so we'll see that.
Right. Nothing from this listing.
Nothing crazy. Like nothing that I'm like, I have to watch. So Wake Up Dead Man, I guess, is probably the big one. But I mean, we could wait for it to come to Netflix if we want to. Depends on our timeline. And then obviously, I'm stoked for Stranger Things season 5.
Well, where is Wake Up Dead Man, the Knives Out mystery, going to be? Like, that's the question.
A good question.
Like, anywhere close. 'Cause we just have to, like, search. We have to go hunting for it. That would have been a good one to put in a Cineplex. Like, hey, this is a secret Cineclub benefit.
Maybe it'll be this. Maybe it'll be this Monday. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's in like Princess at the very least. Black Phone 2 is still in theaters, by the way.
Yeah, Black Phone 2 is interesting because it made over $120 million at the box office, apparently worldwide. But I'm wondering what the budget is, because I was thinking if it's already in. Oh, budget's $30 million. Oh, geez, they've killed it. These horror movies, man, they're really like, because you don't need much, because the idea of being scared is that isolation is a big part of it, So you don't really. You need freaking Ethan Hawke with a mask on. That's the biggest. That's the biggest expense. I imagine like $10 million of that budget is the Ethan Hawke. Probably
likely, yeah.
The majority of it is just like to him, and then there's a bunch of like, how many extras do you even need? You probably don't need anyone. Weapons, I guess, would have been a more expensive horror movie because it's got more cast and more people. But anyway, okay, last one to mention because I didn't say it, and I may as well mention it here. Train Dreams. Have you seen the trailer for this? A Netflix film with Joel Edgerton?
No.
Okay, it looks again really sad. Got Felicity Jones in it. But anyway. That's it.
Oh, I think I did see the trailer for this. It's like
they're like in the woods.
Say my name.
There's an element of them looking up, as there's that shot of the woods as they look up into the sky and you see the trees.
Say my name, or he's like, say my name, and she's like, Robert. Some shit like that. I don't fucking know.
I feel like that's nothing to do with it, but I get the vibe. I think we captured the vibe with our description.
I swear to God, that is like a fucking thing that I saw. That's the only
it
reason.
starts Felicity Jones of Rogue One fame. Felicity Jones is in a lot of indie movies. I was thinking recently, like, I don't see Felicity Jones anymore. What happened to her? And I looked up her IMDb, and she's in lots of things. I just haven't seen her in them. That's just my bad. Okay, well, that's it. Are you done? Do you have anything else to say to the audience before we wrap this fella up, before we get out of here?
No, I hope you all feel better.
What?
And don't get sick. Don't get sick.
Feel better.
Yeah, feel better.
I think you're projecting.
Yeah.
Feel good. I feel better. Is that everyone sick if you're sick? Is that how you think of the world?
That's how it works.
All right.
It's showbiz, baby.
All right, then. Well, Adrian, I thank everybody for listening to episode 123 of Split Focus, a film and TV podcast. My name is Simon Eady, and it has been a pleasure to host you alongside my Glenn Powell-loving co-host, Adrian Pinter. Please join us on December 2nd for episode 124. Good evening to you, and good luck.
Take care. See ya. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye now. Take care.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Okay.
See you later.
All right.
Honky dory.